My extensions. Don't watch. Don't watch.
Here we go.
Was that
one
live?
goes flying out?
All right, everybody, welcome. We is live. God, everything is jacked the hell up. Like I said, you can always tell when it was a good night.
You're
So,
right.
hey, I got to get it adjusted.
I know.
You could always tell it was a good night when, good Lord, you can watch this. Here we go. Here comes Mike. No, I have no idea. I'm telling you, my wife, I've already said it before and I'll say it again. No more drinking while trying to run the board. Okay, everything's better now. Ugh.
But you take the fun out of it if you do that.
The right hand. When she gets to drinking with the left hand, she needs to sit on her right hand. Because the right hand apparently plays with stuff.
Okay.
Not just herself, but she gets to play in with the buttons on this radio.
This is mild, just so you know.
Well,
I'm fine.
it's 7:48 and
Between 7:30 and 8.
Yeah, we still
all of our.
we still got 12 minutes left to make fun of how my wife plays with the trackball. And look, it's red and it's in the center, just like the other one.
Scotty, we have guests. You have to kind of get it a little.
Hello. They got to see before the camera and the microphones
know.
went live.
Okay.
Okay.
We're warm.
They saw
warm.
You're
you
warmed.
when you were not acting,
Really,
when you were just really being this way.
really.
You know, a lot of people believe this is just a show, but trust me, you can't have somebody act like her. It doesn't matter how much you rehearse this. Stephanie is Stephanie. You can't script that. And when you started getting recognized in the county as Denise, you know,
I really didn't want that name, but it's kind of stuck, I guess.
And it was funny in Wendy's yesterday.
you keep. Listen, we can't take the red out of the redneck, Stephanie. That's why we didn't have to create this character. She was this person as she drinks her second monster for the day.
That's the second one. Holy,
Don't worry, she has another one in the refrigerator.
for me.
No, for her, because she getting crunk. And then
What
You
you don't know
act-
is it's got Jaeger in it for real.
you accident. I don't know how you could get Jaeger in a sealed can, but you damn rednecks will duct tape a car that runs 200 miles an hour in a circle. You can figure out how to get some Jaeger in a can, I'm sure.
You open it
Uh-huh.
and use a funnel,
You take a needle and you stick it in there.
like an IV.
Yeah.
We don't go to your house on Halloween.
You don't go to her house on Mondays.
Or Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays or Fridays.
We have annexed her neighborhood in as West Porterdale.
Mhm.
Because Porterdale, you know, everybody in Georgia makes fun of Alabama. We had to give Porterdale somebody to make fun of.
I went to Porterdale
So,
one time.
There was West
One
Porterdale
time,
now.
and she didn't go
I
back.
rode through.
Yeah, well, at least Porterdale you can drive in and out of. West Porterdale is just a dead end. And I mean, it really is a dead end.
Yeah. But we ride our 4-wheelers up and down the street, and
You're not helping the cause.
I used to
Stephanie.
do that in Greensboro.
And we get
Yeah,
in
but
the
see,
back.
but you're in the country.
But
Yeah, we're not-
then it got stolen because there was a trailer park behind my dad's house.
We're not in a trailer park. We're in our trailer park. We're in remanufactured homes.
Big difference. Does it have wheels?
No, the wheels
Okay,
are
these
gone.
trailers had wheels.
Oh no, keep listening. It's gonna get worse.
Oh, Lord.
Ask that question again.
Does it have wheels?
No, we took them to the scrapyard.
Oh shit.
Ask her what she does for fun when it rains with mattresses.
Oh no, it wasn't raining.
Oh, okay. Like that helps.
We ride mattresses hooked to the back of the 4-wheelers through the trails in the woods.
Down this dead end road.
In Porterdale.
No,
Well, it's in Conyers,
it's in
but
Conyers.
like I
yeah.
said, we're trying to annex it in as West Porterdale because even Porterdale people need somebody to make fun of.
And we shoot guns.
Because we figure if Georgia is making fun of what's west to us, which is Alabama, and then Alabama tries to make fun of, you know, Mississippi, then we figure if we try to make jokes with Porterdale, we've got to give Porterdale somebody to make jokes of.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anybody can make fun of her road. So West Porterdale seemed to fit.
Well, it sounds like she makes the most of it.
Oh, she
Oh,
does.
she does to the full extent.
Well, I mean, nobody else is going to do it for her.
No. And she believes in the logic of if you do it once, you should do it 5 times because you might
Or
get it
more.
wrong the first 4. So she continues to do it until she absolutely figures out that that's not smart.
I only shot the shotgun once
In a neighborhood,
And
Steph.
and it hurt, so she didn't
at
do it
the
again.
tree.
But you shot the shotgun in a neighborhood. You're supposed to be X number of hundreds of yards away from residential homes,
We were in the dead end part.
And she missed
but you're drunk in a
No,
cul-de-sac.
I wasn't drunk.
that. Yeah.
Oh, so you were just sober shooting a gun in a subdivision?
Yes, but it wasn't. It was in the woods.
In a subdivision,
She's actually
Stephanie.
defending
How
this.
far from the house was you?
Which house?
See our logic.
Got it.
See our logic. Okay, how can I say this? How far from the toilet grill were you?
Toilet grill.
About 20 feet.
Okay, then
Do you
residential
really have a
area.
toilet
No,
grill?
the toilet grill is like 20
She has
feet
a
from the
toilet
house.
grill.
Wait, Steph, you were 20 feet from the toilet grill. The toilet grill was 20 feet from the house. That's still considered a residential area, Steph.
I know it's a
Okay,
residence.
let me dumb it down for you. Okay, if you got to be X number of hundreds of yards
Mhm,
from a house,
mhm.
then that means in your lingo, you need to be a half mile of drunk stumbling.
Oh, then it was safe
I-
because we were in the trails. We were at the beginning of the trails.
You
And
just
she
said you
wasn't
were
drunk.
Yeah, yeah. Well, her definition of drunk and our definition of drunk are 30 case difference.
I'm
Oh.
still stuck on the toilet grill. I thought he was joking. There's
No,
really
there's really a toilet grill, and it's
Yes.
got an outhouse around it. That it's got. It's got.
You
an
are
out-
such a redneck.
it's not mine.
Duh, niece.
You want to?
Do you think she just inherited the name? It was just passed down from generations of kissing cousins?
Well, I thought because we still have that story.
No.
And for everybody that's joining in this morning, I apologize. This is Freaky Friday for us.
We have guests.
Yeah, I was going to say, so we even have a guest that Rich sabotaged us and got her in early. So she got to see the mayhem that goes on before the camera gets turned on, before the mics get turned on, because we have to kind of get a little bit of this out. And with
Yes.
Steph, it's like a shaken 2-liter Porta-John. And, like we might be a shaken 2-liter Coke. Hers is like Coke with macaroni and cheese. And where did I eat corn? That kind of
Oh
thought.
my god.
Ew.
Oh, and Jeff is still chiming in on remanufactured home. I'm like,
He's like-
Stephanie, so did you live in a trailer? No, it is not a manufactured home. It's a remanufactured home. And I said, so what does that mean? It's a repossessed trailer? They were 4 payments away from being done. They just come screw the tongue back on it, hook it to a truck, pick up some wheels, bolt them back on, drive away.
No, we took the wheels off and took them to the scrapyard. I done told you.
Yeah, but that wasn't even where I was going.
Yeah, that wasn't where he was going.
That's a good one, though. So, yes, we have a guest in here today. And believe it or not, everybody keeps referring to you. Everybody that's been listening is the next Janis Joplin.
I've heard that.
Well,
I
damn,
hate
there went
that.
that good news.
I love it. Well,
I'm just kidding.
my dad said if Etta James and Janis Joplin were able to have a kid, it would be me.
Yeah, I see it.
So, yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I need some see-through sunglasses and some kind of odd lipstick and a crack pipe.
Well, look, fame is right around the corner. You can find the crack pipes shortly after
No,
that.
I would be that one that would try that one famous drug that's going on right now, and I would die right there. It
Oh,
would
no.
be that would be me.
Yeah, it'd be like the dude, the lead singer of Alice in Chains. Is everything's going so great? You did MTV Unplugged. You get this phenomenal recognition of actually being able to sing and not just drunk singing in a microphone.
Right.
And then you overdose in a hotel room. I mean,
That
I
would
just
be-
blow my mind.
That would be my luck. That's why none of that is in my sight. Like I just can't.
See, I'm too wide open. Somebody tried to get me to do some crank one time, and we were doing.
You want to give this guy crank?
Yeah, well, that's the point. Me and my brother, I've always done electrical work, and we were not rebuild. Now you got me stuck on the remanufacture. We were building a place called Classic Cadillac, and it come to crunch time, and we were having to pull like a 24-hour, and the owner of the company walks in with a little baggie. He's like, "Hey, man, get you some of this." And my brother turns around and goes, "Are you friggin' kidding?" And he's like, what are you talking about? Y'all got to work 24. And he says, have you ever seen him pissed off? Like he's already wide open and you want to give him some of that? And if he gets pissed off, who's going to be here to stop it? And the boss kind of looks at me and goes, yeah, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Yeah, duh. Like, can you imagine me? If I was to get on crank, I would be insane. And I love running 100 miles an hour. Give me some drugs. That's going to make everything better.
And I wasn't there. There was no niece there.
I'm just gonna emphasize on the niece because you just found a way to get in there somehow. This proves the logic of you 14 in the football team. You just get in where you fit in.
Scotty. Wow.
You wanted in on the conversation. I put you in it.
Paybacks of you know what. Just wait.
Can we go back to our guest?
Yes.
I'm telling you, I am embarrassed because you're in here really early, and this is usually we go nuts from about 7:30 to 8. Then we have to kind of censor that
36.
a little bit.
Well, if I had known that, I mean, I would have been here at 8:15 because I could have slept. You know, I'm supposed to leave the house at 5:45. Woke up at 5:40.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So the dogs were upset. I was upset. I was having a mental breakdown.
So did you have to play anywhere last night?
No.
Oh, so at least you didn't get home at 3.
Josh and I practiced for the gig on Saturday at Park Avenue. And I mean, we got done at like 9:15, and I had to go see my mom download the app for her on her phone so she could listen. And went to Publix. All the people were looking at me like, why the hell are you in here? We close at 10. It's like 9:50. I'm like, I got 10 minutes.
That's right.
And I need some chicken fingers. So you need to stop and leave me alone. I'm going to buy these chicken fingers and then I'm going to take my time.
And you're going to like it.
And that's it. And so, no, I mean, I was not up late. I didn't do anything I shouldn't have done. And that 4:00 alarm went off and I was like, nope.
That's right.
So,
I did that at 5:30. I kept hitting the button.
It's like, oh gosh. But no, it worked out. I'm here.
And we're glad you're here.
Yeah, we're
Thanks.
glad you're here. And again, I'm looking at Rich like, man, you just threw us under the bus and let her see exactly how wacky we are. But it's Friday. Friday's usually our unwind day after. Like yesterday when we did that big interview, my phone did not stop ringing all day long because there were so many people asking questions. Because when you have I don't say it was a debate, but it ended up kind of like a debate because you got a guy running for sheriff and you got a guy, of course, that already is sheriff. And then everybody wants to call you to give you their 2 cents on why the guy running isn't qualified. And then you got people calling saying why the guy that has the position ain't qualified. And all I did was just set people at a table to let them have a little bit of a discussion. And everybody all of a sudden acts like I got some rule over it. You know, yeah, because I'm the one in charge. Yeah, I'm going to make him sheriff. It doesn't work that way. But yet everybody wanted to yell at me like it
I've
mattered.
got the badge from Party City. Here.
That's right. That's right. Fuzzy handcuffs for everybody.
And I'm keeping the key.
That's right. Denise, pat her down. Lower. I heard she's a drug mule.
How about throw me under the bus?
Well,
Shut up.
I
Just
didn't-
Shut up.
I didn't
Shut
hear you
up.
say no.
Shut up.
You didn't just go, oh my God, Scotty, I would never do that. You didn't say that.
I wouldn't today.
But tomorrow is still open.
True.
Saturday night, pat down behind the bar. Denise issuing fuzzy handcuffs. You have the right to stay. You have the right to remain silent. Here, put this ball gag in
But
your
you
mouth.
can talk if you want.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wow.
So since we have a guest, what inspired you? We have Savannah. Let me go ahead and get this out. We have Savannah in the house. I'm gonna have some of her music coming up here in just a second. Wow, what got you into this world, man? I mean, like to hear some of our listeners call me or text me and say, dude, this is the next Janis Joplin?
Overwhelmed, first of all, because I mean, there's a lot of music that, you know, she has that I could definitely not compete with, but you know, it does make me feel good because that is somebody that will absolutely never be replaced. That's somebody that you just, if you can't do that song, you don't run up on Janis Joplin. You just don't do it.
Well, that's what I've tried to say to people. If you can't do Etta James, just don't even try.
And I can do Etta James.
You know,
I can do that. I can do that, lady. Now that'll work for me.
That'd be good. I'd like to hear that. I went years of DJing and never had heard the song, which was really surprising because everybody kept asking about this song. I finally go to watch like the old black and white YouTube of her doing it live. And what a lot of people don't realize is Beyonce, don't get me wrong, great singer. Can she just walk right out somewhere and do it without being on a microphone, without having the compressors hooked up? I don't know. I've never seen it. But Etta James did this before technology.
Correct.
And that's what makes it so neat. And then when you see an old black and white video of her singing, you also have to keep in mind, she's not singing on top quality stuff because it hadn't been invented yet. Right. And then, of course, the video that you're watching was not recorded with great equipment either. So when you see a person that can do that then,
it's raw.
Oh, man, that's just unbelievable. Yeah. And then you see today's technology. My cousin had a recording studio in Monroe for a long time. And he had up in the rack, he had this big black box. And all it had on it was a red button. And I kept going, what's the red button, man? He said, oh, that's the magic box. And I went, what does that mean? He says, that will make anybody sound good. I said, really? He says, oh, yeah, I call it the Britney Spears box.
True story.
Because he said that with being hooked up to the computer and everything, did everything. It could make a bad person sound good. So, you know, I figured that was just kind of funny.
True
but that's
story.
just a point of the technology making a difference because, you know, from what we've heard of you, I'm sitting here going, okay, the recording hasn't been ran through a huge friggin' recording studio and digitally enhanced and fine-tuned. So if you sound that good without all that, then, man, I could just imagine what it's going to sound like here in a few minutes, you know?
What we usually do is Josh has a little recorder, and he'll take his time, record the music at his house, bring the recorder to me, drop it off, and I record everything in my dining room.
Wow.
Not soundproof. There's carpet. There's nothing there to enhance what I have. It's either I get it right and it sounds good or I don't. There's no special microphone.
That's right.
I mean, there's different things you can put, as far as to enhance the quality of the sound.
Yeah.
But it's not going to make me sound like anything other than myself.
Yeah, you either have it or you don't.
That's right.
That's right.
And that's why I like the way we do it, because I mean, yeah, I could go to a studio, we could pay for studio time, we could get top-notch musicians, but when you hear what we have and what we've done, every instrument is done by Josh. We don't have a separate bass player, a separate drummer. We don't have any of that.
That's cool. That's where talent really shows.
He does every instrument and I do all the vocals, and whether that means me taking 2 days or 3 weeks, I may re-record that thing 60 times.
Well, every time you hear it, you're probably going, because I'm my worst critic. I can see all my imperfections.
I'm terrible about it. I'm absolutely terrible about it. We were working last night and learned Wrecking Ball by Eric Church. And, I was just like, oh, gosh, I don't need to do this. And he's like, you sound great. We're doing it. I'm like, okay. All right. Put a check by it. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
And see, I've recorded my sister here because I have all the stuff I do my commercials with. So my sister wanted to do something. And what I learned with her, she'd give me her background music, right? And I don't know what I would call what she does. There's like some really cool singing that has like a little bit of an opera feel to it. And then there's a little bit of a rap kind of feel to it. And it's odd. So, but what I've done is I can have her sit on these mics because these are great for voices. I can have her do like her little rapping track to this. But then I've been able to take my my compressor mic and put her in the bathroom to do her background check, her tracks, because there's a little bit of an echo. And
Right.
I mean, it's really neat to not have all the digital stuff, but
Right.
just learn how to put you on a different mic and put you in a different room to kind of make up, it kind of is what it is. I know it's over your head, Denise. I got it.
Whatever. Now I was like, you were having a conversation with me the other day. It sounded okay. Okay, go ahead.
Rich, would you please come hit her? I can't hit her on camera. I'll get sued.
That was intense.
We have a rule, and then you're gonna.
Oh my God.
We have a
Okay.
rule that you don't do number 2 in the studio. You just do that at your house. You don't do that here.
Oh my God. How many times do I have to say?
So she decides, like, I'm going during the show.
What? We're on break.
And I'm just like, no. So I put the microphone next to the door
I told you I could leave.
because she wouldn't shut up. Like she's
You were
trying to,
talking to me.
she's trying to talk
No,
to
he
me.
He was talking to me. And
No.
I was carrying a conversation on with him. And
What-
then he took the mic.
You wouldn't stop talking, so I put the mic over there, then had the conversation with you.
It was totally live on air.
It was live on air.
I was howling.
It was total jackass
I mean,
radio.
But then after the fact, you're like, I should have been in there being like,
No, you didn't need to. It was horrible enough. You
Oh,
didn't need
Made it better.
to. And this one time we was at a church function, and we both get ready to leave this church function, and I go in a Porta John, she goes in a Porta John because we're fixing to drive home. I'm standing there peeing. She just starts talking. And I'm like, oh no, I've got to do this. So I turn the phone on and I put it on video and I put it to the vent. And I'm standing there holding the phone and she's just talking away. I said, Stephanie, would you quit talking to me? Why? It's a bit odd that I'm standing here using the bathroom, you're over there using the bathroom, and you're trying to carry on a conversation with me.
She was bored.
And she's like, why? You got stage fright? You can't pee while you're talking? And I just start yelling, this is gross. Would you stop? No, I'm not stopping. And it's all on video.
Yeah, and then I asked him, I said, are you recording this? He says, no. I said, yes, you are. You're recording this, aren't you?
and I
You
could
knew
totally,
better.
And then, of course, I'm videoing, Stephanie. Of course, I'm videoing.
I could totally tell we were live because you could hear him in the background going, okay, guys, listen. And then at one point I'm like, are we live? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see what we have to do.
It was a fake break.
What's
A
the
fake
comment? Yeah.
What's the common denominator?
Yeah.
Me and a microphone.
What's the common denominator in this?
But if you wouldn't have went in there,
What do you want me to do?
he pulled me over for a DUI. Well, if you would have been drinking.
I told you I'd leave, and you're like, no.
I know. All right, so look, it's
Anyway.
8:10. We're gonna shoot off to a break real quick as we unwind from getting started, and I think we really just made it worse because I think we revved ourselves up more than we were unwinding. Give us a few seconds. We're gonna come back with Savannah Webb. I'm actually gonna play one of her songs. This is the one that Rich has asked for the most, so I'm gonna play it. We'll be right back, everybody. It's Just for Fun in the Morning.
What?
Hold on. Where is it? There we go.
What?
Golly.
Oh,
At least you fit in. I don't have to worry about us not being professional.
No, I don't.
And I see you dressed up today.
I dressed up for the occasion.
Enjoy the tuxedo.
I saw a thing this
I'm
morning.
very
It was like,
impressed.
I wasn't this.
I had to
I've
dress
never-
up for guests.
I haven't been this excited about Friday since last Friday.
From your wife.
What?
Enjoy your Brazilian.
I'm telling you, Doc, when I call Doc
Somebody's
and,
knocking on the
Oh,
and
door.
Doc
the kids
starts
upstairs.
telling me about your Brazilian, as she starts saying it, she doesn't hear me go, Doc, I don't know that I want to hear all this. And she's like getting like full detail. I'm like, Doc, I don't know that I want to hear about Stephanie getting a full Brazilian. But I thought you wanted to know. No, Doc. I was asking how it went. I didn't exactly say, give me a step-by-step how it went.
Well, she wasn't in there.
Huh?
What happened yesterday?
Which part?
Turn that on so we can see if the camera's right, because I kicked it.
Again?
Yeah, it's still right.
Oh, it's still right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see it. All right.
Yeah, we can see you standing there.
Do I look good?
I don't know. Go Go left again. I get a little closer. A little closer. A little closer. Come on. A little closer. A little closer. Oh my God. Next time we probably need to have guests come in on Thursdays. At least
Or at
two.
8:30.
Or
It's,
8:30.
yeah, 8:30 because it's
Oh
funner
my
on
God.
Friday.
I tell you, Friday.
Okay, I gotta pee. Where do I pee?
Right there.
I don't need a mic. I'm good.
You good?
Hey, I can't swear on the toilet paper, so if there's
Go
not
that way a little bit.
a whole lot of toilet paper, look under the
I
sink.
get up. I gotta go out of here.
Oh my gosh.
See my band-aids?
Now,
You see what it
This
is?
song is badass.
Cochran Road's going to be here about the same time because they want some.
Yeah, but they've already experienced
Yeah, they've already-
this.
but-
I'm okay
but
with it. I
they-
just don't want Savannah to be like getting in the car going, I gotta remember my camera's running, but did you put me in there with the mother?
Yeah, but Cochran Road.
You
when they
get
came
fired.
in-
On her way home, she's gonna send you a text. Thanks for the bullshit.
You're
Send.
fired. You're fired, asshole.
Yes.
Yeah, but Cochran Road when they came in, that's when we were talking about the legalization of the marijuana oil.
Mary J.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and all that. And then that's when they did that song because of what we were talking about. Smoky one or
I don't know which kid that is. Is my wife already left?
Yeah.
Then who the
Is it Ashley? Is Ashley up there? Ashley's not up there. Is she? She's in school.
yeah, my Ashley. Yeah, she's in school because today's her last day for the before.
Thanksgiving break.
Yes.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Steph. Finish your sentence.
So you gonna be my manager too?
As long as you're here.
Of course, because how would they be without the redneck? Who would they make fun of then? Well,
No, the sink
Denise.
does not work.
do what?
The sink does not work.
Yes, I gotta rebuild the let me tell you the nut part about that sink. They sell valves, right? The problem is the rebuild stuff. So when you pull those valves out, you're supposed to just go to Lowe's and get a rebuild kit, right?
Yeah.
So I go up there. There's really no numbers on the valve, but you should be able to match them. Problem is the guys that work there have no idea how to match them.
No.
And then Lowe's and of course Home Depot sell two different brands. They can't even tell me what brand it is.
When it comes to that nowadays, you just got to change the whole damn thing.
I'm just gonna have to change the whole thing, and I'm so aggravated.
I had to do that at my house.
But when you look at my time of all the stuff I got to do, that hadn't been on my list, unfortunately.
I know.
Well, nobody ever really used it anyways.
Well, nobody ever used it really because it didn't work.
Even when it worked, we didn't really use it, except for to pour stuff in it. We didn't use the faucet part.
How did you wash it down the sink, Steph?
We didn't.
If you think you have one in your family,
Meet the family.
Okay, so let's not do Old Red Road live.
No.
Let's
you can
do.
yeah, you can do whatever you want. Though.
Let's
Whatever
do
makes you
one
feel
more day. Whiskey it is, and me and Bobby McGee. Let's give them what they want.
That'll work.
If they want to hear that.
You got room for a fourth.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it?
We'll see. Because we've got Tennessee whiskey ready.
Oh, that's a good song.
Mm-hmm. It's a really good song.
And then the one that Justin Timberlake did with him on stage.
Drank You Away.
Yeah.
We learned that one last night. It's
Oh,
so
man.
good.
Y'all come
Oh,
out there
I-
at Perk Saturday night.
Where's it at?
It's in Madison.
Huh?
Right downtown. Now she's going to be at Social House on the 19th of December.
We'll probably make that one instead of Madison. I don't know. I'll have to see. Because
The homeless.
Ashley can go to the social house.
She can also go to Perk.
Well, yeah,
Perk the Square.
Perk
in Madison.
in Madison.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
That's this Saturday.
That's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I didn't know the name when you said Perk. That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Perk.
Remind me to tell you what I'm thinking about opening in Madison.
Hooters.
No.
Oh, damn. Bowling alley.
No. I ain't gonna say it on air anyway.
A DJ equipment store.
Watch it.
I'm drinking
I
water.
don't know what he's wanting.
So let me mute this real quick.
I had too much.
Give yourself that.
All right, we're back on mics. All right, everybody, we're back, and I'm telling you, it is definitely friggin' Freaky Friday over here. It's definitely wacky.
Wacky.
Yes,
Are you a
yes.
dog
Thanks, Bassman, for telling me I played my sponsor's commercial twice. That's what they pay for. That's funny that you did that because it was the Pampered Puppy commercial.
I know.
Speaking of, are you going to the Pampered Puppy? I heard you went and got a Brazilian yesterday.
Shut up.
I didn't know Tara offered that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got a flea bath too.
Oh my. Oh,
Didn't know she offered that.
Got my nails trimmed too. See?
Now that I can believe.
And she cut her thumb.
And if you'd have
Yes.
got them painted with like the gold glitter like the poodle I saw up there, I could believe that too.
I don't like glitter.
I'm sure I'm gonna regret asking, but why?
Because it gets everywhere, and then you have to get it out of places you don't want it in.
How did? Never mind. Never mind. Just go with it. Just go with it.
Has
Scotty.
has glitter ever been on you in places that you didn't want it, Stephanie?
Yeah, and I couldn't
I
figure
just
out
spit
how it
on my
got
own.
there.
My next question is gonna be,
It was Ashley's skull thingy, her sugar skull thingy.
you didn't use it there and give it back to your
No.
daughter, did you? Because that would be
Oh,
gross.
God.
No,
It's
it was a
8:19.
mask.
Here you go.
It's 8:19. Oh my God. Oh my God. Crickets. Dead air.
Stephanie, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I did not do that. I did not do
Did
that.
you put it on a selfie stick? So at
Yes.
least you made it believe
Yes,
it was somebody else.
Well, actually, it was a paint stir stick that we put it on.
Oh
That
my
we duct taped it on.
You are not helping yourself.
It was her Halloween thingy.
Look at Rich's face. This is why we love the redneck. We don't even have to. All we have to do is throw the ball, and she just starts swinging, and she doesn't even realize that she says half the stuff that comes out of her mouth.
Rich is like, note this self. After we get everybody on the show, they're not coming back.
So now I visualize the next time that you try to do a wax, and you're like just going to take the sugar skull that's taped to a stick. You're going to put duct tape on its head like people used to pick up lint, and you're going to be like,
Oh, no. No.
Oh my God.
and Savannah's thinking, I came for this.
She's like, I'm awake now.
We tell people this is like hanging out on your.
I could still go back to sleep.
We tell people hanging out with us is similar to just sitting on the front porch drinking with your friends. Now you probably don't have friends like this
I don't
anymore.
I don't have a whole lot of friends that want to come drink on my front porch.
Why?
I'm joking. People love me.
Oh my God.
I was about to say, tell us where you live and
Did
we'll
you hear
come.
everybody go, oh.
I did because I thought, God, that's horrible. She just said it.
Look, I'm gonna get like 45 friend requests today, being like, "We'll be your friend.
That's right.
I'll come sit on your porch.
Yeah,
You bring the wine."
that's right.
I'll bring
Oh
the
man,
beer.
speaking of wine, we need to introduce you to our people up at Gravity because they have this thing that I like to call Wine and Shine.
Ooh.
It's What does that look? Don't
We
tell me
told
they don't
you
sell it
already.
anymore.
The distributor stopped selling it.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ. How can you do that to me?
She's trying to get in touch with somebody. She got in touch with somebody. She's waiting to hear back.
This bottle reminds me of like the old, well, I can't even say old school, but it reminds me of the old, half a gallon milk carton because it's square. And, it's, I don't know, it's about as tall as that mug, I guess. And I call it wine and shine because it's like a little bit of moonshine mixed with a little bit of wine.
It's called Spodee.
That sounds good.
Spodee.
And I kept saying if I could now just get a Spodee in a Fody
Oh God.
with a
He's
brown paper sack, I'd be ready to I could make a trip to Madison like it's nothing.
Yeah,
then.
there you go.
He's gonna make a song about his Spodee and his Fody and his Glock and his flip flops.
Yeah, because I admit I am a little nutty, but I have written some really cool songs and some poems and stuff. And, so I started making the joke one day when I went to go pick up my daughter because I never leave the house without my gun. So I got a stalker. He's a weirdo. And I was making a joke. I said, man, I feel very masculine walking to my car with my Glock on my hip and I'm in flip-flops. Like, but then I'm looking down as I'm fixing to put it in reverse. I'm looking at my feet and I'm like, oh man, I so need to get, I got a guy named Appalachian Dawn that does, the country hip hop. I said, man, I need to get with Dawn and we need to write a song about I got 2 flip-flops in my Glock. And I'm like, could you imagine? That would be kind of a cool song.
I mean, you'd probably get rich off of it.
Wouldn't it? To be something so stupid. It would
Because
probably make all the money.
If what's the little Asian guy's name? Gangnam Style. I mean, he can live.
Oh.
He can live for the rest of his life off those proceeds.
And that is
Yeah.
like my number one most hated song.
Me too.
I cannot stay. He, especially as a singer, you're going to get this because before I started DJing, that's what I did. I would sing with all my cousins' bands and everything. And one of my cousins, Michael Allman, and we used to always sing. And the thing that I'm so irritated with, I mean, of course, before I started talking like this and ruined my singing voice, it irritated me that people would get famous who really couldn't sing, like Britney Spears, and next to be Paris Hilton. She'll get famous somehow, like
She's
singing.
already famous
No,
for
but I
being
meant
dumb.
for like singing. Next, she'll want a singing career, and somebody will pay her to get naked and sing because that's the only way she's gonna make any money.
That's true.
But it just
They're
blew my
broke.
mind when I seen this Gangnam Style, and I'm like, that's not. There's no talent there. I've seen kids bounce around at the friggin' Chuck E. Cheese,
He's
just like
riding
him.
an imaginary pony, spanking an imaginary butt. That's what. The
So
dance
now
looks
you're
like.
saying it's a Catholic kid at
Oh
Chuck E.
my
Cheese.
God.
No,
Stop it.
no,
Stop it.
no.
Stop.
What? How is that wrong?
You're crossing the line.
No,
Yeah.
I am
You're
jump
jump
roping
roping.
on the line.
And then you got
But
that
that's the
William
talent.
Hung
That's the talent the
with
dude
She
has.
Bangs. But
Yeah.
people do that because it's stupid.
Have y'all heard what is it? The chocolate. Oh gosh, the guy on YouTube, Chocolate Rain.
No.
Chocolate rain.
Don't ever. You will decrease your years
Intelligence.
by a few.
Hey,
Pull it up.
Little
Pull it
Richard
up.
just sent me a picture of a Spodee. I'm telling you, a Spodee and a
That's the
Fody.
white. That's the white Spodee, I think.
I mean, that actually looks like some old Schlitz malt liquor bull color too.
Here, I'll show it to her.
It does. It looks like milk.
That stuff's so good though. Golly.
White Mule Farms. Wine with a kick.
Well, David actually.
It's,
right
I
up my
love
alley.
Spodee
David
and a
actually
Fody.
emailed them, and they said that they're trying to find a place in Georgia to distribute it.
Well, they can just distribute that shit right here.
You're like, I'll distribute it in my belly.
Your Spodee is at the door. Yes, sir. Let me just put on my bedroom slippers and I'm walking to the door.
Shipment in.
That's right. So, Miss Savannah Webb, it's cool we got you in here, and yeah, we got you in here. We got you in here a little early. You can blame him.
I did.
He's your manager
I did.
now. You can blame him for everything.
No.
Why did the show suck? It's your fault. You booked me here.
I asked him on the way up here if management paid for speeding tickets.
Ooh.
That is that in a contract? You might need to. Does it say anything about you being responsible for transportation? Because if so, you do fall under speeding tickets.
Oh no, I'm not paying his speeding tickets and he's not paying mine.
You
We
didn't
are-
get one on the way up here, did you?
Lord no, but I
Okay.
was driving like the devil was chasing me.
I figured being sleepy, you'd be driving slow. One eye open.
Oh no, I got that coffee in me and I was like, okay, I know I'm late, but I'm going to tape my eyelids open and we are going to scare people on that 20.
He mentioned that you were a few seconds late, and I typed back. I'm like, dude, there is no hurry. I said, as long as she makes it here by 9:30 to at least catch the last 30 minutes of the show.
Rich, I could have slept at the rest area.
With all the truckers.
Hey, at least that's all you planned on doing at the
Look
rest
at 'em.
area, because these two
Whatever.
is like tag team wrestling. Your turn.
Only when,
You're in.
only when my husband's there.
Oh, he sounds sweet.
Wow.
I'm leaving that one alone,
Look,
Denise.
he's gonna text me in a minute and be like, "Really?"
So,
He already
does your
said you had,
rules
stripper
Does-
glitter on your.
does your rules imply that he can only go there when you're there? Because you just said you only go there when he's there, which makes him a pimp. So does that mean that he can't go there when you're not there? I mean, is that some kind of? I mean, like I know, like the whole eyes wide open Tom Cruise kind of movie. There was like rules to all this. So please paint these rules for me.
No, it's okay.
You know, we always know when we get your goat a little bit because you just totally shut down.
No, I was reading these that my husband was talking about stripper glitter.
Oh my God. So where exactly do you live, by the way? Let's let all the listeners know.
It's Edenton, Lake Oconee,
Lake Oconee.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
home of the Reynolds plantation.
Yes, that's what you nowadays. That's what you hear. You
Yeah,
know what I
you're,
mean?
you're not from Greensboro. You live near Reynolds.
Right.
Like, and then people will be like, oh, Reynolds, Georgia. And I'll be like, no, that compound out there for all those retired folks with lots of money.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, like I was saying right before the show started, my family, we used to stay in trouble in Greensboro back in the 70s.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, my
So did
grandfather.
daddy.
My grandfather had a big farm down there. I say a farm; it's a big, huge chunk of property. But between spotlighting, my grandfather, my dad, my uncle. I mean, when I was 10 years old, we just sat on the front porch and would just shoot the milk jugs off the fence post and pray the cattle did not walk by. I mean, you know, that was then, man, and we loved it. I mean, it was just I loved going down there back then. That was old towns back then. Now I actually ended up down there not too long ago. We get off at the exit and I tell my wife, I'm like, man, I remember going to this gas station and it was the only gas station there. And the bathroom was a separate building.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I remember at 3:00 in the morning, I would have to get out of the old Ford pickup truck to go to the bathroom. My dad walk in to get milk. And then I'm like thinking, oh my God, I'm standing here on the side of this. There was nothing there.
Right.
One gas station. And now when I get off at that very same exit and turn left, there's more things than the one gas station. And then to the right, it's all sorts of stuff, that Publix type stuff and everything. I'm just kind of blown away that it's kind of grown up that direction, you know?
It's definitely grown. I mean, being from there
Mhm.
and knowing that area, I mean, it's amazing within, the last 10, 15 years, how big it is. It's crazy.
Yeah. If my family would have known the house that he owned, he probably would have stayed
So my
instead of moving to Watkinsville, you know?
My granddad built houses. Now what's Reynolds Landing, what used to be Port Armor. And we would live there, in houses or whatever. But I mean, he said the same thing. He said, if I had known what would have happened, I would have kept everything. Yep.
Oh yeah. There's no telling, because like there's a family called the Kennerlys that I used to do work for back before I just totally did that. I walk away from the construction, I guess is the way to word it. When it was the grandfather, and God hope she ain't listening. The grandfather bought this property at this corner intersection, and it was like 300 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And he opened up, I mean, at this point, the roads were dirt. He opened up a service station with a grocery store. Well, then as he's growing in age, his son then takes over and builds it, and it becomes Kennerly Hardware and grocery and gas. Then they eventually get rid of the gas, but it stayed grocery and hardware. Well, then Home Depot, Walmart, and all these cats came in, wanted all this property. When Granddad bought the property, it was 200 an acre.
Mm-hmm.
When he sold it, it was over 200,000 an acre.
I can believe it.
I mean, they made bank. But now there's Bank of America, Tires Plus, Home Depot, a Walmart, then a strip center between the two, a big car wash. I mean, each one of those cats had to pay for all that. And it's just,
yep.
Why couldn't I have been that guy?
Oh, yeah.
I just have a nice lake view. But no, man. So you grew up there, and I guess that's kind of where you got your feel of music. I know we keep bouncing off all the subjects, but you just ended up listening to music growing up, and this triggered you to want to be this.
I'll tell you. I heard Alicia Keys when I was, oh gosh, I mean, I don't know. It's been years, and I asked for the CD, got the CD, and I started singing along with it, and I was like, you know what? I kind of sound good. Y'all impressed and stuff, and of course, I told my mom, I'm gonna be a singer as soon as I, become the CEO of some multi-million-dollar company that I had imagined in my brain, probably something that made Barbies. And then I got, this is the most random thing ever. Then I got George Strait's CD. And I
was fixing to say, that's a huge leap between the two.
It is. And I was like, I can sing this too. And I mean, it was just one of those things. Like, I didn't have a start in church like most people do. I did go to church with my grandparents, but that wasn't a big thing for me. It wasn't like, okay, I need to start singing in church and this is the way it's going to go. I just figured that I can do it. Started singing at events in elementary school, did like graduation from middle school, did some stuff in high school, was in chorus, 3 years of high school, and went from there. And then met him about almost 3 years ago at a bar, met Josh. And
yeah, I was going to say him, and we still hadn't introduced him yet.
Yeah,
so Josh, great to have you in here. Thank you for putting up with our Freaky Friday over here.
And he was there with his band at Who Cares down on Lake Oconee. And
did you just say Who Cares about the band?
No, Who Cares is the name of the bar.
Okay. He was down there with the band Who Cares. I'm thinking, wow, damn, okay.
No, I do care.
That was just so funny the way it came out.
And they were on break. Saw him outside, and I was like, hey, can I get up there and sing a song with y'all's band? And he was like, oh yeah, you could, but we're not going to know anything that you know. And Josh was like, I'll know it, but they won't. And I was like, oh, okay. He said, so can you sing? And I said, well, yeah. He said, well, sing then. So I sang, and it went from there. The bass player called, asked me to come to a practice, join that band. We were there together about 6 or 8 months. And then Josh and I just decided that we could do bigger and better things on our own.
Right.
It was just a different opinion on music.
Well, I was going to say, I know, like with what I do sometimes, with you two probably had a vision of what you wanted. You probably, I just meant feel it, talk about it,
And I think we knew what we were good at.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I love Jimi Hendrix, but I'm not going to do Jimi Hendrix every weekend and then have a 6-hour practice and practice the same 30 songs every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I've as stupid as this sounds, there's a band that's I shouldn't say traveling, because it's not like they're really leaving this circle NASCAR track that they're doing, but it's this
they're
bar
always taking a left turn.
Yeah, and they're doing like 2 weeks here, 2 weeks here. And what the problem is say you're in Monroe at one weekend, and then you're Covington the next weekend.
Same thing.
And then you're down at Sean O'Brien's the next weekend. All of us are centrally in this area. We keep seeing you every weekend, and people are going to get where they don't want to see you.
Right.
You don't become oh, yay, look who's playing this weekend. You become, we can go catch them next weekend because we know where they're going to be, and they play the same songs every time.
Sing.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
we got that feeling, and we just got burnt out. But I will say this on a positive note. I do understand that if I had not joined that band with those members and had that experience, I would not be where I am right now. So it's not any love lost.
Right.
It's just at some point you've got to be like, I know what I want to do.
That's right.
And I'm not going to be held
It's part of the growth.
That's right.
You have a vision of where you want to be. I try to
right.
tell people, I've got a vision. It's great. My wife has started to understand how people come in and out of your life for a season. Somebody will come work on the show for 4, 5, 6 months. They either get burned out or where they are never starts to grow anymore.
Right.
And if you can't grow anymore, then it just becomes what it becomes, you know, and where
That's
you're
right.
at's exactly the same point. You have to be able to grow from it. And if you can't, then you're just sitting in the road spinning tires.
That's right. And I'm not willing to do that. I may be my own worst critic, but I know I'm good at this. And
Well, the good thing is being your own worst critic means you're striving each time to be
and
better.
I've got
Better.
so
Mhm.
much to learn.
Yeah.
And, you know, in so many different ways, there's, I mean, unlimited amount of growth that
Mhm.
that I have to do and that I will do, but I'm just not going to be put in a position where anybody's going to hold me back.
Wow.
There's just that's the only way that I'm going to make it.
If you
doing
ever get a
anything.
chance to meet the band Mustang Sally,
Hmm.
the lead singer Toby, you and her are a lot alike as far as that. Like, I know where I want to be,
Right.
and I'm just going to keep striving until I get to that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's kind of
You've
cool.
got to have you've got to have that mentality. I mean, there's going to be bad times and great times, and you know, cheap gigs and expensive gigs, and you're going to meet good people, and you're going to have people say mean things, and at that point, you're just like, you know what? I'm going to sleep every night.
Right.
You're not going to take anything away from me, and if you don't
Mhm.
like me, don't come back.
And I try to be that way. I take some stuff too personal though.
So do I.
You know, that's my problem. But I'm also my own worst critic. So when I leave a show, I try to be the director of the show. I have to make sure everything goes the way I want it to go.
Right.
Because to me, I'm an entertainer. I'm not
That's
just a
right.
dude playing music, because I'm up on the mic doing more. I'm running the whole MC part of things.
Right.
And when I leave, my wife has to listen to me go, oh my God, this could have been better. Oh my God, you know, Steph was talking to somebody and didn't grab the mic when I needed her to. And my wife's like, the people in the audience had no clue that
That's right.
they have no clue that none of this was staged. They just think it was a great show. And
Yeah.
me, I'm going, okay, next time I gotta do this. And Steph's learned to do it too, because she comes to a lot of the live events, and you know, you're perfecting things, as
That's
I
right.
say, you know, trying to make sure it's better.
Mhm.
And I mean, it is. It's the only way. It's the only way you can do it. And it's taken me a long time to understand that there is a huge difference between, you know, corrective criticism and somebody telling you something for your benefit,
Right.
or somebody that's either jealous or just doesn't like you.
Oh yeah, there's a
Mhm.
huge difference.
And I have understood that those certain little few people that don't appreciate me and don't appreciate what we're doing
Mhm.
as a band or as a duo, they just don't matter.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be the one to support me and buy something anyway.
Right. Yeah, that's the key thing. And
So-
I've learned to say to people, if they're not paying your bills, then do they really matter?
That's
And I
right.
know that sounds bad, but I've got tons of haters. And the thing I love about my haters is while they're standing around Conyers, blah, 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 bumping them gums,
Right.
the people they're hating on, you know, hating with, so to speak, they're the ones that, you know, come to the dark side and then go, oh my
Mhm.
God, man, we love listening to the show. You got us rolling. I'm like, as long as you remember, it's just a show. We're just having fun.
That's right. And
You
you've
know?
got, and then you've got, you know, that group of people too that won't even give things a chance.
Right.
Right.
You share, like, just like Facebook, you share stuff on Facebook, you say, oh, you know, please share it, like it, you know, comment, let me know what you think. And you've got these people that are just like, well, it was good, but I'm not
But,
sharing it.
yeah.
But, and you know,
Mhm.
it's one of those things, you know, and I made a post the other day about there's nothing worse than a musician that will not support a fellow musician.
Right.
Right.
And that is half of our struggle. I mean, there's plenty of us from like my hometown, and there's so much talent down here in Georgia. People just do not understand, and
Oh, yeah.
and unseen talent.
Well, that's why I try to do moments like this,
That's
because you know, in a big scheme of things, I hate to always say I'm the antichrist to corporate radio, because I'm working on a shoestring budget, but I'm getting the local talent on a microphone when you can't get on a microphone for these guys. Like
That's
the only
right.
people lately, I think, is like the Bull is doing a little bit of stuff
Yeah,
with
they
the
are.
people.
Mhm.
But other than that, the big stations don't have time for the little guys, and you have to start somewhere.
Right.
And that's the thing that gets me is until you meet somebody that looks at you and goes, I can make $1 million off of her.
That's right.
And if you meet that guy that thinks he's going to make $1 million off of you, then you'll have somebody slipping somebody some money to get your record played.
That's right.
I make the joke all the time about the same guy that made New Edition said, I need to come up because we know the Jackson 5 work. He says, here we are in the 80s. Now I gotta create something. I'm gonna get 5 little black boys and I'm gonna teach them how to sing. Well, then
Mhm.
shortly after that, I need to find a white boy that can rap. And he invented Vanilla Ice. And it's like, come on, dude. Vanilla, I love what he said. Yes, it was all blah, blah, blah. I was told to say these things. I don't have to work another day the rest of my life. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodness.
You know, but until you meet somebody that's going to do that, you have to keep pushing forward because you're talented. And
Right.
you have to keep pushing forward because you know what you want. And that's the industry these days.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's the industry.
And it's, it's hard to put yourself out there and not expect somebody to want something from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not, I'm not saying that that's not the case with management. That's not what I'm saying, but they would somebody, we will make Rich rich. Don't worry.
He's rich in love.
He is rich in hope that this is going to work.
Yeah.
But no, it's, and then there's always somebody out there trying to make $1. And I'm trying to make $1 billion of those dollars.
That's right.
So everybody get out of my way
That's right.
and listen to my music. I'm really friendly. Oh, and I needed to tell everybody that I'm single too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need to do like
Shameless plug for date night
ding ding
with Savannah Webb.
Oh yeah, we could do.
Be
like
the
one of-
first 50 people to her next show,
Can
and she
we do
might
like
wink
a
at you.
Bachelorette kind of thing?
That's what I was
Speaking
gonna
of,
say.
we did that before.
Yeah.
We should
Let's
do that
find
again.
Savannah a man that has a job, has a car, all of his teeth.
Can they be implants?
Look, when I was
Yeah, girl.
when I was
paid for 'em.
single, I started making the joke that when I meet a girl, I'm like, there's things you have to do. I got to see your green card. I got to see your arrest record. I need to make sure you have a job. You got to have a driver's license.
Mhm.
I don't want you to have 3 kids with
Nope.
3 different baby daddies.
Mhm.
And I need your mental health card.
Mhm.
I have to see the mental health card. I mean, if you've ever been institutionalized, whether it be through a prison system or a hospital system, you are overqualified.
Well, shoot, on all of those accounts, I'm good. I'm legal. I have a license. I have no kids. I'm not crazy.
Leave that one open for discussion.
No,
But there's a difference between crazy and a person that has to take pills and has to go to the doctor. My problem is I am, before my wife, I was a bipolar magnet. I could just see this hot chick walk by and it was like a radar. It's like, and I should have heard a voice that says, your life will start destructing in 4.7 hours.
But then you would be schizophrenic.
What? Because I'd hear voices?
Yep.
Yes, thank you. I just had a habit of picking them though.
So we need
Look,
to see
you
your
could write
card.
some great you
Yeah.
could write some great songs off of meeting some crazy whacked out guys.
Oh,
Taylor
yeah.
Swift's making millions that way.
Yeah. So maybe I should go to these what do they call it when you sit at the table?
dating.
Speed
Maybe I
dating.
should do that and be like, oh, that's a hit. Oh shit. Get your phone out.
Can you imagine speed dating? Hi, my name's Steph. I live in a reman. Oh my God, next person. Hi, my name's Steph. Hold on. God, Steph would never get it out of her mouth. Steph.
Really? Here, play with my ball.
You know what Steph's would be? Steph's would sit at a table with a country guy and she'd go, who's your mama?
Yeah.
And he'd go, is this a weird question? She goes, no, I really
No.
need to know who your relatives are.
Yes.
Make sure I'm not related.
Make sure I'm not related to you.
Yes.
I would do the same thing.
Well,
So-
there's a story behind that.
So
one,
do you,
though.
what is, so since we have listeners that possibly single listeners, what is it that you're looking for in a man? I mean,
a real one.
Not a fake one.
Bob, you just lost your job. Yank your battery, sir. You're no longer needed.
A real one.
I also got nothing like announcing you're single on live radio.
Hell yeah, that's what I do.
If you'd like to score a date with Savannah,
whole-
please call our number now.
That's right. The
Make sure your
whole-
wife doesn't know you're calling us.
Yeah,
You
tell
need to have
her.
said that.
Tell her you'll be back in a minute. No, I mean the whole point of this is to get to know me. And if I didn't say I was single, everybody'd be like, "Oh man, I bet she's got a boyfriend. I'm so depressed now. I really wanted to date her. I love her voice."
So one listener, I got a car, I got a job, I got a new house, but I also have a wife.
I can be very friendly.
She can share.
I'm good at that. I have a niece and a nephew.
Every other day.
and we learn to share all the time.
Oh my God. So what is your ideal looking guy? I mean, are you like, it's going to sound very sexist to say this because you have all these women go, look, Brian, but What?
No.
See, she counterbalanced it. I just keep hearing girls go, "Oh, he's so dreamy." I'm like,
Oh my gosh, but look at
come
his
on.
pants.
well, that's what I was gonna say. Anytime that you could see his package in his pants,
I
I
don't
think
like
his
it.
pants are too
I
tight.
don't want to see it. I don't show it to me.
Until
Don't-
I ask you to.
Maybe. Don't
Your mom's
enhance
still
it.
listening, so she's like, maybe.
She's like, Savannah, why would you say something like that? People are listening.
But it's true though. I mean, let's be honest.
I was in a relationship for a while and it was bad. So it's not necessarily that I'm looking for something in general. I'm just not willing to waste time on anybody.
Yeah, don't compromise.
And I won't. I mean, I'm not the best of the best. I'm not the best looking thing, but I'm pretty damn hot. And I can sing and I have lots of people that love me. And if I was to get in another bad situation, my mama might kill me.
I already hear. And you's beautiful, and you's friendly, and
you's
you's
smart.
honest.
And don't you let nobody tell you no different.
Do you find because you're an artist that it's hard to find the right?
The thing that I hear the most is that guys are so intimidated by me because I know what I want. I work hard. I don't necessarily need you for anything.
Right.
Would I like to have a relationship? Yes. Do I need you?
See, that's what I kept saying.
About as much as my mama still needs
Right.
me to sit on her lap.
When I was the club DJ and all the flirty women and everything, I kept saying, I just want a girl that wants me, not one that needs me.
That's
like
right.
everyone I would end up dating shortly after dating, oh, you own your own house? Oh, and you got multiple cars?
Oh,
and
girl.
you got that big house, nobody's living with you. And it was just, I'm like, God, can I just get one that needs me? Because she needs me in her life, not because she needs me and
That's
needs my
right.
car.
That's right. And it's an issue. People, and you can't really trust anybody these days because everybody's got an ulterior motive. I mean,
Oh, God,
it's
yeah.
terrible. And I at this point, if I died with my 2 babies, my puppies, I would be happy. They eat better than most people. I take good care of them. I think you can see how good a woman is by how she takes care of her animals. And mine are pristine.
I used to love being able to say the fact when I was single and I said, you know what? I'm okay with my dog. And everybody's like, what? And I'm like, she doesn't bitch about what time I get home. She doesn't complain when I walk in the door.
She's so excited.
She doesn't complain about what side of the bed I sleep on. She don't give me hell over what I ate for breakfast. She don't care what I wear as long as I give her a little bit of attention, not a whole lot, just a little bit.
And a
She's
treat.
happy. That's right.
How old are you?
28.
So there you go.
Who's asking?
One of my friends for her son.
Well,
Oh,
Maybe-
we done done
Maybe
it
for
now.
her son, but he is also a musician.
What does he do?
Sing. Just kidding.
Can we do it?
you can do it. I mean, duet. Sorry, that came out so inappropriate. I didn't know what I was answering.
I need to know the size of his guitar.
She needs to know how he strums it. Don't let her fool you. So
double
listen,
neck.
one of the one of the text messages, and this is so funny because you know how phones will spell stuff. It says, and this is from a female, she sounds pretty much. And then she types back and says, "Ugh, just pretty, stupid phone."
And I also
Pretty
got,
much fabulous.
and I also got her son is single and won't take up any of your time.
Well, then why do I? If he's not gonna spend no time
Well,
with
like
me,
the bad time.
I just got another listener saying I need to Facebook
What?
stalk her. She sounds gorgeous.
You see?
I sound.
Okay, here's we go. Here's a phone call.
Oh,
Just for fun.
Good morning, y'all.
good morning.
What's up, playa?
Drew.
Little Richard, does she like short married men? Okay, Drew, what do you
Crab
got?
legs. That's all I'm gonna say. Crab legs.
Either his nose or his toes.
Nothing much. I just wanted to join the conversation this morning.
Okay, well, jump in.
So, how tall are you?
I don't know.
How tall do you want her to be?
Shut up. You're not a pimp. I could send you a blonde or brunette. Which one you want?
Yeah, because I don't even know my real hair color. If that helps. I'm 5'6".
She almost said
Really?
5 something. That was funny.
I'm 5'7.5".
What's your hair color, by the way?
And a quarter.
She said
Do
she
you want my
doesn't know.
natural hair color or the color it is right now?
I'm trying not to tell jokes on this one. I'm like biting my tongue.
Scotty.
I'm just gonna stare at the drapes. Just saying.
I'm blonde.
Well,
It's Freaky Friday. I'm telling you. I bet you, little Richard, just spit coffee. Sorry to Savannah's mom.
Oh, my mom has heard worse.
Oh my God.
I'm her daughter. She hears much worse.
well, all I have to say is you make a man very happy.
Oh, thanks.
Well, make sure you go Facebook stalker. You know, we call it Facebook stalk, but make sure everybody that's listening, you go find her, Savannah Webb. Go find her on Facebook.
Or look on YouTube.
Right?
And like
I'll look
the
on
band
YouTube.
page and Reverb Nation. It's the Savannah Webb Band Facebook and Reverb Nation.
I'm gonna go do some sharing it of now.
Sharing
Thanks
it up
for
now.
the information, Denise.
You're welcome.
Huh? What information?
The band page and everything.
You're
No,
what-
that was Savannah.
That was
me.
Oh, sorry.
Pay attention to the
Denise is gonna sing later.
to the voices.
You don't want me to sing. Hey, girl.
So you from the foothills of Tennessee or Alabama or where?
Have you been listening?
You haven't been listening a whole lot this morning, sir.
Wow.
No, I haven't. I just got up this morning.
Well, kids, we're fixing to go to commercial anyways, so hang up and start eavesdropping because I know you want to be the
Stalking.
player and
No.
get your stalking on. I'm gonna post
No.
a link on the Just for Fun page so that y'all can go like her pages, et cetera, et cetera.
No, she's too old for me. I just want to flirt with her.
Drew, can I please say this out loud? You just said that on the damn radio, son. Like you didn't even cloak and dagger it. You need to quit chasing 18-year-olds.
He might be 18. How old are you?
He's 21.
He just turned 21.
Boy, stop.
Um,
Get you a woman. Stop talking about 28 being too old.
Actually, 22.
She said, "Hang on."
Well, Drew,
That's good.
you
too.
need a woman with experience.
Ooh.
I know.
And when did you turn 22?
October 5th.
Oh.
Thought you turned 21 on October 5th.
Uh,
That was last year.
Well, duh.
Yeah, doesn't he? All right, Drew. Well, let us shoot off the commercial, brother. Follow, go check
Okay.
out our page and everything.
All right.
All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.
bye.
Ciao, man. That's what they say in China. He hung up. All right, everybody, give me just a few minutes. We'll be back. Oh my gosh, what a morning. I can't stop friggin' laughing at this point. The whole fact that I said drapes. Sorry, and I
Yeah,
said
keep
it
going
again. I
there.
said it
Keep
again. I
going.
can't help it. Tourette's, man. We'll be right back.
I took those drapes to Goodwill.
Wow.
Okay, this is the one she was.
We've started a dating service.
Yeah, your phone will start blowing up now.
We want to get that those numbers on Facebook.
What numbers?
That's Savannah Webb Band.
Oh, I was like phone numbers.
So look, is this the only page or is this a second
His
one?
hair's longer now.
Which one you on?
Walk over here.
Savannah Webb Band.
Yeah, I found the
Yeah.
Savannah Webb
Yeah,
band.
that's,
But is this
that's the band page. That's the musician
That's
page.
it?
And then she has her own personal page.
I got a personal share, but I'm saying, is that it? Like I got a like page. Is
Yeah.
is that
I'm
it?
trembling.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm fixing to play. I'm fixing to play that now.
Who does he? His name is,
son, Connor Pledger.
and that's Josh's last name is Connor. This must be meant to be. Who does he sound like?
That's what's happening.
Frank Sinatra.
Well, kind of John
Yeah, you
Mayer.
already got an inbox on me.
So
Oh,
that's that one.
what does he do?
No, this is the.
Those are event.
Those are
doing
events.
the,
Those are
uh,
events.
West
This
Coast
is the
right now.
page.
Wow.
What's the page?
I can show you what it
No,
looks
that's
like
that.
now.
No, that's the event.
Wow.
Just go to Savannah
his-
Web.
How old's this kid?
Gives me. I don't know. How old is he, Karen? Let me see.
Pop up.
There it is down there.
And they're doing the guy that he's touring with.
Uh-huh.
That's
They've been doing check-ins.
Golly.
Who is the guy?
That just skipped the song. I'm not tolerating that. I'm playing the song I was trying to play.
That's him now. He has longer. That's Connor.
Hey, that looks like where they filmed Full
Full
House.
House, yeah.
Is it?
It looks like you got 2 messages on the band page.
No, that's mine.
Oh, that's never mind.
It's Connor now. I'm like, cut your hair.
He's got a child molester
I
mustache.
know, right? Needs to take that off.
False advertisement.
He looks like Harry Potter, doesn't he?
Like a comedy.
Their check-ins have been hilarious. Yeah, she's trying to hook you up with him.
All right, let's see if we can get an old friend request.
We can talk to him about it after the show.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. That just might be. I'm just saying that could be. I mean, I know it would be a drive, but that could be pretty awesome.
What?
Probably have to go with another.
There we go. Huh?
She's out there smoking, so.
No, that's fine.
$8.59.
Little Richard, I dropped my phone. Thanks. I made the drape comment.
What's going on?
JD, I like an older woman.
What's going on tonight? Just that tap thing at Gravity?
Tap take over this afternoon.
Oh, so nothing's going on tonight?
Not that I'm aware of. I can't, man, I tell you, this week's got me all screwed up because I haven't been typing nothing in my phone. Like, I've got people asking me, going, are you going to so-and-so? I'm going, I don't recall.
I need to get, don't let me forget before I leave today to get the stuff to get it back on my phone since I had to reset it so that I can have the calendar.
Okay. So which is, come here and tell me one of these songs that she's not going to play so I can play it.
Where's she at?
Right here, all this.
The Black and the Blues.
She's not going to play that one today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all are not doing the Black and the Blues, right?
I think one we might not get to do it too is Hey Mister. Yeah, I know when we originally planned.
I don't have that one, so I'm
I
okay.
don't think we got that.
And y'all just play whatever you want. I just didn't want to play one of your songs if you're fixing to play one of
You're
your
not going
songs.
to do Old Red Road no more either.
Yeah, I think since you may want to do Black Blues.
Go out there and ask her. We're fixing to play it.
Yeah, I just didn't want to play. Yeah, I just didn't want to play two back to back, so to speak.
I want to hear her do.
What?
I want to hear her do the Janis Joplin.
Doing Bobby McGee, One More Day, and Whiskey It Is. So anything else is not that.
I got Beauty Queen.
Do that one.
Do that one?
Yeah.
Beauty
What
Queen
is she
work?
gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna play Beauty Queen.
All right.
You guys are not singing it. You're doing One More Day,
And whiskey it is.
Whiskey It Is, and then Bobby McGee.
And then
So you're
on
not
this
gonna
break, I'm gonna play her
sing?
song and we'll go ahead and get a microphone ready.
What I do is everything that
All right, everybody. Here's one of Savannah Webb's songs now. She will be performing live in just a few seconds.
They got chili in here.
I got all the schedules you guys have. I had this date open, but she didn't want to do it.
Oh.
But that's her schedule for this year, and then
Oh,
next
yeah,
year. the
before
beginning
they
of the
went
year,
I'm debating on whether or not to get one.
if y'all get a band together or what, I need to know because
I
there's
almost
still
got us
opportunity to make
something
money.
yesterday.
There's still places to go with just you two, and I know that she wants to get going.
Yeah, so the guy we got play is playing drums with us right now.
Yeah,
He's a big time deer hunter. So
Yeah.
after the first of the year, he'll be ready to put it back in
all right.
full blast.
And yeah, that's where we're at. And now here we're gonna do.
We actually, we have a good band, but the other guy that plays rhythm guitar, you know how it's always somebody that.
Yeah, and that's
Dude,
what I'm going
the
through with
mics
Justin
are-
Huff.
The mics are on,
Oh.
so be sure you don't
Oh,
you
no.
don't say something
No,
that you don't want
Yeah.
somebody to hear.
So, but okay, we're doing,
I probably should have shaved.
why are you gonna rub face?
Go get a
with everybody?
Brazilian.
I have gotten so slack. I mean, look. I mean, I don't have to go to work anymore. I got to where, like, I have to remind myself, like, oh, God, you got to go brush your teeth. Oh, my God.
But no, I almost got us something
I need to
yesterday.
start, like, getting up, making myself pretend I have a real job again, like brush my teeth, comb hair, pretend to comb hair. It's like we used to when I did construction. I'd wake up, get dressed. As I'm walking, I go in the bathroom, go get coffee, get keys, go to the truck. Now I'm like, dudes, I'm going to go get some coffee. I mean, I've got slack.
But I still might go and get them
What? What the hell are
lightsabers.
you talking about?
Lightsabers. One for me, you, and Denise. Because they have Anakin, they have Luke.
Stop for a second.
and they
How
have
did
Darth
we even
Vader.
get on lightsabers?
Because I told you. Because I said I almost
When?
got us something yesterday.
Oh,
You didn't hear me?
no.
See who pays attention.
Well,
Get you Darth Vader.
now, are you okay to sit in that chair, or do I need to get you on without arms?
Oh, probably without arms would be better.
And then that way, hey, somebody said that. I'm telling you, my plan. I want to make a switch
Yeah,
so
since
when
you
you turn
don't
the
have a
light
lock
on,
on there.
a light comes on.
You
Because
Get
don't have a
to it.
lock
That's-
on there.
I don't even want to be walking in on Rich.
Well, you
What
are
is
a
it?
fireman. Do you need help playing with your
Oh my God. Jose or Jose B?
he's married.
Okay, so
hose? Sherry wouldn't mind.
His
One
hose,
of-
his hose may be retired.
one of the distributors up at Gravity had gone to the bathroom, and he's
Uh-huh.
not a bad looking one, by the way. Anyway, so he didn't lock the door, so I go walking in. Thank God he was just washing his hands. And I was like, okay, this is awkward. I'm gonna go in the back real quick.
So we can talk a few more seconds, then get ready to go play a song. When we do,
Yeah, let's get Josh up there. And,
well, that's what's I can't tune
introduce
it.
himself.
I can't tune it till we get. But when you get ready, just wherever you play long enough.
Yeah,
to
we're
know.
not.
But
Oh, that's
that-
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
And I got it pretty tight, so you may need to loosen up. But around here, if you don't do that, somebody just slams it. So
We know how that is.
you know how it is. That's the thing. That's what I like about bringing people in that do this all the time. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I'll put somebody in front of a mic, and they'll be like, over here talking.
They'll be like, "Hey,
I need you 3 fingers, man, 3 fingers," and they go, "What?" Never heard of this. We brought in one band, and the guys used to singing like this, but I'm having to explain to them we're radio, and there's so many talking. I have to have the compressor on with the gates. You have to be a little closer. My problem is I didn't know how he sang. It's one of her friends who more like a speed metal almost.
oh gosh."
Oh yeah.
Man, he lit in back here, and I'm like, no freaking wonder. No wonder. But I couldn't
Yeah.
explain when you talk, I need you up here.
Yeah.
But then as soon as he got to sing, I'd have to adjust something else. But he's
he had
good.
an
Don't get me
awesome
wrong. But
voice.
power in that voice, though.
Yeah, Nick.
And loud. Yes.
Yeah, because he didn't need to be up on the. And
I won't be up on this one either. I got pipes.
well, I was trying to figure out though.
Just go, "Hey."
I was trying to figure out how they were going to do the acoustic because I was so used to seeing them, electric.
Yep.
Man, it was awesome.
All right, here we go. All right, everybody. Good Lord. It's a madhouse up in this joint. We're over here talking. Next thing I know, Steph starts talking about lightsabers and tries to carry on a full.
Saber.
The woman who lives in a house with wheels is trying to be
It doesn't have wheels anymore.
particular on the pronunciation of something.
Yes, because it's lightsabers, not sabers.
Thank you, sir.
That's something you suck on.
Don't be squeezing that stress ball like that and talk about sucking on anything, you perv. You look like you were doing that at me. I don't need you to do that to me.
Here, hold my ball.
Crickets.
Buffering.
For the first
Shut him
time
up.
ever, I'm censoring exactly what I'm thinking at this moment.
Ow.
So we've been sitting here talking about how you two have met. Now, I want to know this. Explain what was your band playing when you two met? What kind of music were y'all?
We was doing more blues and rock. A lot of Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton type covers.
Right.
The original music that I was doing was more alternative rock.
Okay. I was just kind of getting a feel like you walk in and you hear this music.
It wasn't
You
about
know?
it wasn't about them. It was about him on the
Him.
guitar.
That's
Yeah.
where I was leading to.
And at that point, he was the lead singer of that band.
See?
Oh, wow.
So, and they were actually looking for a lead singer. He's so talented on the guitar. He needs to stick to that. It's not that he's not a good vocalist, but he wants to play the guitar. And it was almost hard for him to have to go in, play the guitar, sing, and do whatever else the bass player wasn't doing. It was strange. That was what was going on then. They were looking for a lead singer. I did not know this at the time.
Right.
I was just like, heck yeah, there's a band. I could sing with them. I've never sang with a band before. I was like, I ought to try that. Well, we didn't know anything that they didn't know anything that I knew.
So when you two first sang, was there chemistry? You both kind of were like, man, this could work.
I would say the first practice, I think Josh then was like, yeah, this is something that could really be good. And
Okay.
it went from there. We were told plenty of times that I was not good enough.
I mean, that's kind of, I don't mean to sound bad. That's kind of cool though to boy, how do I say this? It did not sound bad. That's pretty cool though for you in a way, because that at least recognizes the fact that they're thinking so highly of you.
That's
I
right.
guess is the way I was trying to say that.
Yep.
Before that sounded like an insult.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. And it came from those band members when we started saying, hey y'all, we need to try to do this or try to do that. Let's
Change
do
it up.
let's do something different. And even as going not so far off, we were trying to do some Gavin DeGraw. And I was trying to throw in some Etta James in there. And we did learn I'd Rather Go Blind, which I did really well with. I've won, a singing competition with it. And, you know, it was one of those things where that was really the only door that they allowed us to open and for us to walk through and it be our idea.
Okay.
And from there, it was just like, you know what? We can do this on our own. And we did. And that's what we've been doing.
So now, how many years have you been singing? I mean, since you not so to say professional, but you just decided to start singing at what age?
I mean, probably 9 or 10.
9 or 10. And how long have you been playing?
I've been playing.
Get closer to that one. I've
been playing for 22 years.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So I mean, I was pretty much kid when I started playing.
Right. Right.
I actually had what got me playing was I was a big Metallica fan.
Oh God, wasn't we all?
Yeah,
back when I'm not knocking Metallica, but when Metallica first came out, good God.
Yeah, you know, I'm the Kill 'Em All Master of Puppets.
That's what I was gonna say, Master of Puppets. I had that shirt for a long time. That was the Master of Puppets. Like I think, and I'm not trying to change the subject, but And Justice for All, I think that was to me, that entire CD front, but you know, if you look at it as the album, because we bought it back then, front and back, that was incredible. And then after that, they started getting a little splotchy.
Well, the Black album was good.
Yeah, Black was decent.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The 90s.
Yeah.
The 80s rocked.
Yes.
Just keep going, though. I just had to mess with you on that one. But yeah, man, that's definitely, that would be a good inspiration for anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I mean, I started, you know, that's what I used to do was I was in actually a hardcore metal band.
Wow.
Back in '99, we was doing pretty good. We was playing around Atlanta, and we was drawing crowds, 200-300 people every time we would gig. And the name of the band was Solemn, and we had record producers and all that speaking with us, and ended up our lead vocalist ended up getting into some trouble and ended up having to move out to Texas. And after that, you know, it just wasn't the same. You know, we was like a family, and didn't really want to keep the band going after he had to leave. And we moved down to the Oconee area back in 2001. And when I first got down there, couldn't find anybody to play with. So that's how I started getting into like more like the blues, rock, classic rock, and studied a lot of classical music.
I was fixing to say, though, anybody that is into Metallica digs a little bit of classical music. That's just how it is, especially as you play, because that's the thing I loved about Metallica is in the beginning, you would hear the classical way before everything else kicked in. So that's kind of cool that you worded it that way, because I've always seen it that way. You just don't hear too many people say it. So it's kind of cool, because that's something I've always said, that if you are into one, you're kind of into the other, and you just don't even realize it.
Yeah, for sure. And I know I had heard Stevie Ray Vaughan earlier, back when I was listening to Metallica a lot, but when I got moved down to the lake and it was just like me by myself, really got into like the Stevie Ray Vaughan and got into the blues music and like fell in love with it. And you know, Savannah was talking about how the last band, you know, wanted us to go in the direction. They had a total different vision than what we did. I was even told one time by one of the members, said, well, we're going to get the blues out of you. And you know, it's one of those things, you know,
Hello, the blues created everything else. I mean,
yep.
You know, you can't take apart like who you are.
That's right.
Know? I mean,
the problem is the blues is the part that you feel.
That's right.
So if you take away that, we've now become just like that other band that just travels from bar to bar to bar, repeat and repeat. You might as well be a wedding band at that point.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's tough, but you know, I think a lot of the stuff that we hear today, I mean, if it wasn't for blues, none of this stuff would happen.
Right. Yes.
And it did. Sure. It started. I mean, it started there. I don't care who you are, where you're from. There is a blues song out there that you will sing, know, and love.
Right.
It's the staple.
Well, it's just kind of neat to hear it. I guess because I appreciate music. That's how I got into this to begin with. So it's cool when I hear somebody that plays, that can actually, I guess the word would be feel it. They know what they're saying because they feel it, because I can go from one type of music to the other. And I think that's what makes what I do so good, is because I am able to go from James Brown to Ray Charles to Jimi Hendrix to Metallica to a couple of songs of Slayer. I mean, you know, it just takes that. Either you're into music or you're not. And a lot of people are into bubblegum music. And it just trips me out. Like, I can listen to Britney Spears and tell you that she sampled some Aerosmith and some Zeppelin in a couple of her songs, and people go, how did you hear that? And it's like, because if you know music, you're listening to it instead of just, oops, she copied it again. I mean, come on. It's come on. You got to be into music. So
Yep.
I just forgot to bring that. Now with you, we already established you're single. Are you?
No, that's
no,
his wife.
Oh, well, see, nobody said. Well, the reason
Yes, they.
to y'all, I mean, no, I got to remember, I got a show to run here, and I'm asking these questions because
Sorry.
can I remind you of something? You're on a radio show. We're trying to establish people to learn their personalities and understand who they are.
So nobody
But
get in
you're
touch
try-
with Josh.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
just trying to hook them
pimp
up. I'm trying to
out.
make sure listeners know.
Josh is not single. His wife is here.
Jesus Christ. If you ever conducted an interview besides talking to somebody in a porta john, Stephanie, you would know these things.
I
You have to establish things.
I interviewed Nick when they were here.
Anywho's, So,
anybody that
where I was trying to go with this, thank you very much. So how did you two meet? Thank you, Steph. I mean, you know, most people, like with me, I met my wife working in a bar because that's
Oh.
that's the business I was in.
That's where I met him, was at that first gig at the bar called Who Cares.
Okay.
And we just, I asked, they were on break. I asked about singing a song, and we figured out from there that that wouldn't be possible because they only knew what they knew.
Right. And didn't
And-
want to explore anything other than that, apparently.
That's right. And actually, one of the band members actually worked with my sister. So when it was talked about, that's how the bass player got in touch with
Okay.
me, was through my sister.
And now, how difficult with you being married to continue to do all these things? Like, did you two already have a relationship? Were you already playing in bars? I mean, because that's a lot of things a lot of people don't realize is having to be married and continue to work these gigs. We know several people, like the David Clemens band, for instance, you know, it was becoming an issue with him and his marriage because he wasn't at home a whole lot. So that's where I was kind of going, thank you very much. So with y'all's business, you know, you plan on doing more and start doing more on the road type stuff as well. So being married, how does that create situations for you?
You know, when me and Trisha first met, you know, I was actually doing a lot of talent shows and stuff at high schools, and she knew from the beginning, you know, that.
So y'all
she's a
met back
guitar player.
then?
Yeah, I mean, we grew up together.
Okay.
Oh.
She actually started going to the church that we was going to, and we met, and she'd been going there for few years, and we hadn't really spoke to each other, and I think it went I had an appendix issue, and ended up going and had to get my appendix took out.
Right.
And the first time that we had spoke to each other, they was putting on like a Christmas play, and we was outside, and you know, she just started talking to me, and I was real shy back then. I've gotten a lot better with it. It's not because I don't like people, but I mean, you get me talking, I'll talk your head.
Yeah. That's me half the
You
time.
see what you started?
People will meet me and go, well, I heard you on the radio. You're wide open. Like, but if I don't know you, I can talk to a stranger at the Walmart a whole lot easier than I can somebody that's been trying to talk to me for 20 minutes across the room, you know?
But you know, it just clicked. I remember, we had talked that night outside, and she ended up actually going and getting our phone number from my mom, and I didn't
Wow.
even know nothing about it.
Look at her shaking her head.
She's
She's like, yeah.
She's like, I knew what I wanted and I got it.
I went to the boss and got the number.
So she called me and asked me out.
That's
And
cool.
Oh, wow.
She knew
Get
what
it,
she wanted. Girl power. So that's cool. But and the brilliant part behind that is what I was trying to paint a little bit of a picture. So you're married, you have this woman who's been supportive apparently many, many years. You two apparently knew each other before you started probably doing more of the bar stuff before. So you already had a good foundation to build on. Like you already knew each other because, you know, in the parts where I'm going with this is you start creating you're working in the bars. Most wives either are for it or are not for it, you know. So I just wanted people to kind of know you and get a lot. Let me try to get it right. a lot of the things that help sell the bands is the personalities.
Mhm.
And when they know you're down to earth, they love you. If they think you're stuck up, they hate you. You know, that's what changes America's point of view on everybody. And I think that has been part of the whole bubblegum part of music is they sell an emblem and a symbol more so than they do talent nowadays.
Right.
So I like to be able to make sure that when people are hearing the local people, I want them to go, man, I can relate to this guy. You know, I can relate to this female. And what they're saying is down to earth. And then not only do I relate to him when she sings and when he plays, man, I like feel it. I know it because I know how genuine they are as people.
Mhm.
And everybody wants to relate to somebody. That's the whole reason I built this radio station is because corporate sucks. Corporate radio, you're never really going to meet the real DJ. You're never going to get your hands on them. You're never going to sit and drink a beer with them. With us, when you call in, other than it being about 30 seconds behind reality, when you call in, we answer the phone. There's no screening process. So I want everybody to get to know you. So that when they go to your Facebook page and they see your pictures and they see you smile, they know how genuine you really are.
Right.
Because they've met you in theory, because they've got to hear what your life's about. So thank you, Steph.
Just so you know, I've-
on Facebook.
just so you know,
Yes, and it's Josh Connor on Facebook, y'all. So when you get to their page, you can actually try to go through who has liked it, and that would even lead you to more of being able to find them. I've learned that from Facebook stalking. Sorry.
and you already have a stalker because he's saying he wants to reserve a hug from Savannah when I meet her at one of her concerts when I attend.
Can we ask who Stalker is so we can go
Little
ahead and get the
Richard.
papers? We need to get the papers drawn up.
Little Richard.
Well, then that means we got to go get a little TPO.
And a stool.
And look, Rich is now managing her and growing his business, and we'll be doing stuff with me. So we're going to be side by side doing stuff. That way we keep bringing in new talent and things of that nature. Hopefully we're going to see a lot more of this young lady as long as come say that on the mic. Come here. Come here, you hot stud. That way they see your face.
The beautiful face.
Total Entertainment Management. We've got a website being built right now. I'm on Reverb Nation. You can just look up Total Entertainment Management on Reverb Nation, and you'll find us. We're available. We're going to start booking gigs for 2016 for not only Savannah Webb, but for Cochran Road and also for Justin Huff. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah,
Let
let
him
him sing.
Yes, sir, boss man. I was actually fixing to say if y'all like to go ahead and bust out one of your songs. I just like to put a little personality in it, so when people get to hear you for the first time, they kind of know who you are a little bit, you know.
Sounds good. We're gonna do an original song called "One More Day." This is actually a song Josh wrote before he and I became a team. But anyway, he introduced it to me. I loved it, and we've basically just made it ours. And so it's a good song, and it is on our Facebook page and Reverb Nation. So
All righty,
appreciate you.
go for it.
Slow dancing in the middle of the night, making love till the morning light, wrapped up in my lover's arms. With you there's no alarm, 'cause I don't wanna leave you all by yourself. Monday comes so fast. Let's make this weekend last. Let's pray 'cause I don't wanna leave you. All by yourself. Monday comes so fast. Let's make this weekend last. Let's pray for one more day. Cause I don't wanna leave you all by yourself. Monday comes so fast. Let's make this weekend last. Let's pray for one more day. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
And the great part is it's also recorded on MP3. So now I have
A live version.
a live version of you
Sweet.
to be played.
And let's just make it known that that's not me playing the guitar. That's Josh. That's Josh playing the guitar. I don't want anybody to get excited and be like, "Oh, she's sexy. She plays the guitar." I don't play anything. I won't even touch a tambourine.
I was about to ask, do you do a
No.
tambourine?
I might snap every once in a while or slap my leg. I don't play with spoons either.
Unfortunately, I'm trying to visualize her with some spoons, and I'm just like, yeah, that would. Nobody would look at you playing spoons and go, man, that's hot. Not one person. Now, if you could make it look hot, then it'd be like, girl, that girl could even make playing spoons look hot. I'm talking about, look at that.
But I really should find something to do because when I won Oconee Idol in 2014, you know, they called I was in the top 6. Yeah, I was in the top 6. And I got there and he started calling like the first runner up, second runner up. And then he was like, and the winner is Savannah Webb. And I was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. And there's pictures.
Well,
I'm
you
like,
find yourself, I'm sure. You see, I bought these two
I'm like,
squeeze balls.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe I
Voguing.
should put one hand here and then wave. And then he handed me the $1,000 check, and I was like, I know what to do with my hands now.
That's right. And you know, when you've seen, I don't know if you have, but watching some of the interviews over the years like Aerosmith, you know, Steven Tyler says, you know, y'all think I just like dancing around a microphone, but I got to do something with my hands.
You do.
You know,
Like when it says during one more day, let's pray, I'm just like, oh.
I mean, a lot of guys on stage you'll see with a guitar, and they're real. I mean, like they're playing, but it's not like plugged in. There's a lot of times you find out that like now that I've been doing some of what I do, I have been backstage, and I'm watching the board, like I'm emceeing and DJing, and then when I'm not playing, I'm with the sound guy, and I'm watching the lights go up, and I'm looking at this hand going, he's not plugged in. They're like, no, dude, he doesn't never, you know, but you don't realize that. But what it is, it's a comfort thing. It's like, I know me back when I would sing with my cousins, but I would never get on a stage and sing. I was bashful. And, then I started noticing when I started DJing and doing karaoke, man, I'd get on a microphone with people and running my own karaoke. I would be like power behind the microphone. But if I went to somebody else's place, I couldn't sing. I felt more comfortable with my own mic. I can't explain it. It was just a weird thing. But now I kind of understand how some of the guys are just, as long as they're behind the guitar,
Yeah.
they can sing, but
Right.
without something in their hands. And now it's kind of like, man, it's like a subliminal thing. Like you don't even realize it's happening. You're
Right.
subconscious.
I am one of the best people. I have no nerves. Nothing makes me nervous. I mean, no, I have not been put in front of 50,000 people yet. But
I'm willing.
I have no nerves whatsoever. Nothing makes me nervous. There's a few things, but as far as getting on stage and singing and being put on the spot like that, it just doesn't happen.
Wow.
And I've never been that way.
Speaking of the spot, I've got great voice now, Etta, because you've been talking about Etta the whole time.
We don't play Etta. I do it over a track.
Just do a solo right now.
What do you want to hear?
Whatever.
Oh God.
And wait, before you do that, I want to say this because somebody that's been watching apparently on video says she is friggin' gorgeous and awesome at the same time.
Sweet. Thanks.
Are you single?
He's married too. I was going
I'm
there. It's
still
like, but he's married too.
Oops, sorry, I just got engaged.
Yeah.
And I just got Kathy Bragg told me to tell you to answer her.
Uh-oh. You're in
Which
trouble.
Kathy Bragg
Can-
is one
Can
of
we
our
just
sponsors.
can we just
Uh-huh.
say
singer.
if she just talked to you, then why doesn't he talk to me?
I don't know. She just said, tell Scott to answer me.
Oh my God, Kathy friggin' Bragg.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Sounds great. How old did you say she is? Okay. 18. No, it's 28. Then I got, and you have to understand Kathy Bragg, they play a lot of the older style country
Okay.
And Fleetwood Mac too.
and Fleetwood Mac. But I needed to paint this picture so
Okay,
that when I say this
Uh-uh.
way, you'll get what I'm saying.
Okay.
And if you keep interrupting me today,
Do it.
No.
you'll get it today. You keep
No.
interrupting me.
No.
So from Kathy Bragg, I got, so Scott, what's wrong with playing spoons? With a big thumbs up. And she hadn't even heard that yet because it's 30 seconds from now. Yeah, because Kathy and Tiger, like they do play a lot of the older style music and they listen to it and they sing it. A lot of the
Mhm.
old, Johnny Cash,
Roseanne Cash.
and
We do Johnny
so-
Cash.
there you go.
If I need to sing Johnny Cash for Kathy, I will sing Johnny Cash.
Which you need to meet Kathy and Tiger, and then Dustin Bragg. We're trying to make
I'm
sure that,
friends with Dustin on Facebook.
everybody kind of. I try to keep it in the family. That's how I try to look at things. I try to keep everything in the family. It's like I joke with people and go, "Hey, once you've been on Just for Fun, you're considered family."
Mhm.
Because that way, if I ever have a charity event or I'm putting a music festival together that'll be
Right.
happening in Monroe, we're going to try to get the stage outside, etc. And then I do stuff up in Houston as well. So what I try to do is make sure that, okay, I got this 60-foot stage. If you got time to run up, a lot of times it may not pay, but I'm fixing to put you in front of a whole town to maybe be the opening act.
That's right,
So
yeah.
sometimes it's all about that exposure.
Oh, totally.
So,
We've
I've done that,
We've done plenty of things.
Right.
Pro bono.
Yeah.
But just like the other day, I got an email, and a lady asking me to be a part of Madison's Got Talent. And it's the annual fundraiser that they do. She said, I just want you to come up there and do one song.
That's right.
And she said, no, it's not paid. She said, but you are one of the most talented vocalists I've ever met. She
Mhm.
said, I want you to come up there and do one song, just one, and then you can leave. And I said, oh, okay, thanks. But it's stuff like that, fundraising
Right.
or doing stuff like when we were trying to do that fundraiser at Jimbo's. You get to a point where you're like, you know what, this is worth so much more than a couple $100.
Yeah.
When you're raising money for something or you're bringing awareness to
Right.
something, it's one of those things where if that's the least I can do,
Yeah.
heck yeah, I'll
And
do
that's
it.
why I do what I do. Like
That's
I do
right.
the March of Dimes. I try to do as much as I can. But every year, spring and fall, we do something for St. Jude's Children's Hospital,
Mhm.
and we
Right.
shut down the square. And people have made comments, and I'm like, do you know some of the coolest pictures I have? Like, there's a picture of me standing in with the microphone. My bus is behind me. The friggin' Goodyear blimp is above me, and there's the clock tower for the courthouse. I'm like, if I would not have been standing there, that picture couldn't have been taken.
That's right.
You know,
Mhm.
so a lot of the times there's pictures of me doing something for the veterans, and I'm on this train that's built from an 18-wheeler, and here's all the retired guys standing there with this folded flag.
Mhm.
And if I wouldn't have been on that train with the microphone, I would not have gotten that picture. And of course, yes, I donated my time, but these were for the veterans.
That's right.
This is for scholarship money for children who have lost parents in a war. So for me, it's like, you get exposure from it. Anybody's got to realize that. But at the same time, you wouldn't be where you were if you didn't have the exposure and the fans.
That's
so
right.
that's just
That's
how
right.
I pay back whoever I pay back.
Totally.
You know. So let me shoot off to a commercial real quick. We'll be right back, everybody. I know we keep going over a little bit. Oh gosh. And it says restricted, which means we could be in trouble. Just for fun.
Good morning.
Thank God it's you.
I don't
Why
know.
is
Though.
that?
Is that a good
Because
thing?
anytime that
Yeah.
it says restricted, I have to worry that somebody's like punking us.
Well, you should worry about me anyway.
Yeah,
well, we do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I heard you say something about exposing yourself and keeping it in the family.
Oh
That's
my
something else.
gosh.
Was that in the same sentence? Because I don't know that was in the same sentence.
No, Savannah kind of reminds me in a way of Elle King and Pink in her voice and the tone.
Okay.
Pink. We've heard that.
Yeah, and the pink, I was going to say I definitely I can see that.
Mhm.
I can't
Yeah,
do those
she's got a
acrobatic
killer
things
voice,
like she
Savannah.
does. I can- Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome.
No, hell no. I can't even stand on a balance beam, much less float myself up in the air with my legs wide.
Yeah, that gets me when I'm watching it and she's spinning upside down and still singing. I'm just
That
like, Jesus
woman-
Christ.
That
Also
woman
has-
there, she is
He
amazing.
also has a hint of Aretha Franklin and Dougie Fresh in there too.
What?
I can see some Aretha, but where the hell did you dig up Dougie Fresh?
Hey, I did it.
She's
just
gonna
for
start
fun,
singing
you know?
Etta James. She'll be like, 6 minutes, yo, 6 minutes. Yeah, okay, anyways.
Hey, enjoying the show, and Savannah, glad to have you on. Love your music.
Thank you.
Kind of a new fan of yours.
Heck
Thank
yeah.
you, Rich.
Yeah, she has no idea when she gets, when you come up on Just for Fun, it's kind of like poison ivy.
It just spreads.
It just starts spreading. It's just nothing you can do about it. It is better than herpes, though, because it might eventually go
Oh,
away.
my God, so you went there.
You gotta love his analogies.
I'm
you
not
know.
itching. It's okay.
She took her
From
medicine
either
this
one of
morning.
You know, the thing I love about her is she gives it back to you just as much as
Well,
you give it to
the
her.
thing I like is from the second she walked in and the microphones hadn't come on yet, and she saw how stupid it was going to be, she didn't leave.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me take my mask off. I can be myself.
Yeah, you can definitely. That's one thing I like to pride this on is I want people to be you. My whole thing is about being real, and I want people to know you.
Right.
What sells you as a person is going to
Right.
be the transparency and the realness, and especially singing music. Because, for instance, when I listen to George Strait sing, I kind of get it. He is that guy.
He is.
But now, if I watch somebody else try to sing some stuff, you're kind of like, that song really isn't that person. Like,
Yeah.
if they feel it, you can feel it in their words. If they don't feel it, then it sounds like they're just singing a song, like just to be singing. I guess it's just because I appreciate music where most people just listen to music. There's
That's
a difference to me.
Exactly. Well, I need to get back to work. I just wanted to do a call and comment on her voice, who she reminded me of.
All right, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Go do
Y'all
some
have
work.
an awesome weekend and a better morning.
What?
I'll have to
take
explain that to the guest. All right, see you later.
Bye, guys.
All right,
Bye.
Bye, Jeff.
All right, y'all, we're going to shoot off the commercial. We'll be right back. And I'm going to explain Morning Wood while we're on commercial. That way we don't sound any crazier than we already are.
Or offend anyone.
Yes. So I had a guy that lived with me like a brother to me. And when I was in and out of town working, I would disappear for a weekend. He stayed home, fed the dogs. So I was trying to do construction and build my DJ. So we're Monday through Friday construction, and he worked with me. And he was just like my brother. He lived there, took care of the dogs on the weekends when I'd disappear for 3 days. Well, he had a little bit of a drinking problem. And he was used to, he was a Marine, so he was used to being up at 5 o'clock every morning. So me, 6 o'clock, I'm rolling out of bed. He's already got coffee. He's already been out. He's fully dressed. He's already been outside smoking. He's already fed the dogs. I crank up the diesel, hook up the trailer. He opens the gate. We pull the gate, pull the truck out. He closes the gate. He gets in. We leave. This was his everyday routine. Well, one morning, I crank up the bike to go to this big charity event, and he was used to always opening the gate. So he runs out, long hair, frizzed out, morning. So he's in his boxer shorts, and I had this big pasture gate. And as the neighbors are driving by, he's yelling, "Morning!" And it's like,
No.
and everybody's driving by going,
So hence.
Morning.
so every time, and I'm on one side of the gate like this with my back turned to the street, and I'm just like trying to figure out how to tell him, and he's leaning in with it in the gate. You know, because the pasture gate, like a cattle head can go through. So the 14-foot gate, and he's leaning on it every time a car comes by. Morning! And then he'd just start talking again. Morning! I said, Jim, Bubba, you are in your boxers.
And it's out.
It's saluting.
So now
I gotta pee again.
she's on the whole morning wood thing. It's turned into a little thing around here. A little
thing.
I mean, at least more
Wow.
is honest.
Yeah,
It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
You didn't force it.
that's right.
Well,
I'm not touching that. Literally.
Well, I don't want you to. Keep it to yourself.
Oh, Jacob says, "Ha ha, great story."
Scotty.
Oh, shut up. They will leave this house going, we're never going back. Maybe next time we need to do like a Wednesday or a Thursday before we got a week of pure chaos.
This is doing great. This is great radio right here.
Yeah, I have not worried about offending anybody, and I feel good about
Well,
it.
you don't have
There's nothing worse than having to worry about offending somebody and then feeling bad about it. Good Lord.
Dang, they sound like they're gonna come through the floor.
I've already told them to quit jumping around like that.
Who is that?
My nieces.
So are they staying with y'all again?
No, they're just here from last night. But they're just kids. They're not used to having, people downstairs and stuff like that,
Yeah. So did she?
And they have no idea what they don't know any of this. They don't understand microphones and.
Did she do the
Ladies talk.
with Crystal?
Yes. If I say ladies.
Oh, never mind. My daughter sent me a message at the same time you said that.
my phone is going crazy.
Well, that's good. It's good.
Do what?
Yeah.
And my phone, I've got 4 friend requests.
Good.
Preacher Andy Bass.
Bass. Yeah.
All right. Kathy Bragg.
Yep.
Yep.
Denise Warner. That's
Yep.
Denise.
Me.
Yep. That's
Stephanie.
Denise. See, you hadn't got anybody of any value yet.
I got some messages though.
I mean, so far you got a redneck
Wow.
and Denise.
Oh, it's Jacob.
Now, Jacob, listen, Jacob, we started calling him the guru of rock. Jacob, I don't understand it. The boy is blessed with magic fingers. He can email people and they'll just be like, sure, I'll come by the show. Like we had a 40-foot tour bus and a band called Waylon that just like pulled their own tour. Jesse James Dupree, you know who that is? From the Full Throttle Saloon and Jackal. Okay. A lot of people watch the show, so I didn't know. So he's their producer and manager. And so like when I hear they're coming, I'm thinking, they're touring, mini band, they're going to get out. We find out that this big tour bus goes down here, turns around, comes back, 40-foot tour bus with a trailer, which is as long as my property.
Oh,
It's just parked out front. These dudes get off the bus. They look like Metallica when they come walking around the side of the house.
Yes.
And I'm just
They were awesome though.
he just has fingers. We don't get it. Like
He's got a lot of connections in that.
Waylon.
Ward's supposed to come in next time. They're on tour.
Yeah.
He just emails people and he just has to touch. And these bands are like, sure, they'll call in. We've had, people that are like the second greatest author in the United States has called in. People from Last Comedy Standing have called in. Jacob just has the touch.
I hear it. I love it.
It's amazing. And yes, you're listening, Jacob, and I know it.
Denise is going to love you, buddy.
But he just has the touch, and it's the craziest thing we've ever seen. And he's in Oklahoma, so for us, it's middle ways.
Yeah.
But he can send messages, and everybody's like, yeah.
I'm
We've
gonna-
had
I'm gonna
Willie
need-
Nelson's granddaughter on the
Yeah,
phone.
I'm gonna need him to get in touch with Willie Nelson's granddaughter.
Yeah,
And anybody else that could probably make
Well,
him famous.
it's
he
just
works,
amazing.
He works alongside with him and me at Total Entertainment Management. So
Okay.
he has
But yeah, if you
connections in
have a
Nashville.
guy, the guru, if he calls you and says, "Hey, this is Guru," this is what it is, because
Well, he and we've talked on Facebook.
yeah, super great guy, and he's got the touch, man.
I'll take it. Well, not that touch.
I have a question
Let
without
Denise
you.
announce. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Let Denise announce the 3 dates that she's.
Yeah,
got
did you write them
right
down?
here,
Okay,
Right here, and then they go into another song.
yeah, and we can go over a few minutes too, because I know we've been jackassing this morning.
And hell, we went
We gotta
over
quit-
an
quit till
hour
11:30.
yesterday.
God, I know, but I couldn't stop it. I mean, there was way too much going on.
Yeah,
Our phones, dude, were getting lit.
well, that's good. That's a good thing.
A lot of them I couldn't talk about. A lot of them I could.
Yeah.
Because some of the questions were just like, I got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll come back if we want. Maybe do 2 songs just back to back, so that we can at least get them squeezed in.
Yeah.
And so I have a question
Go ahead.
on the ice skating rink. My kids and my grandkids would get in free, right? But what about their significant other? They would have to pay a discounted price. Okay. I'm double checking.
We're going to talk about it when we come back. All just for fun. Listeners get a discounted price.
Okay, I just wanted
What do
to
you think?
make sure because that's what I told them that they're.
Listeners usually skate. Normal skating is like it's either
I thought he said 11.
it's
That's what it takes. You know, I mean,
It's 14.
Is it 14? Okay.
because it drops to 11 when you do the 4 for 4 for 4 for 4 for
Oh,
44.
okay, so that's where.
So it's
11
normally
was in-
14,
Tune in on the
and
internet.
all listeners get in for 8.
Okay.
They get the skate for 8. So
Okay.
it's
I
almost
occasionally
half
call in.
price.
A lot of times I like-
But
I just sit
sponsors
back and monitor
and
because we are working
their
on it.
children,
I'll be managing the
and
events.
grandchildren, because we're
Like
only
the event-
talking one,
I
but
should be.
they get to, all
we should be
sponsors
fully
get in
place by
for
the
free.
time we
Okay.
get the Fusions event. That's,
Yeah, that's
the
what I
Just for
told
Fun
Sarah that
Radio,
her boyfriend would probably
festival.
have to pay half price. Well, at a
hoping that I
discounted
get-
price.
Right. I'm gonna use the
All
restroom
three
real
y'all
quick
accent.
before we come right back. I get
To show up. That's why I
But
turned mine.
her
off,
and
because it's gonna
Kingston
be
would get
taking
in
all morning.
free.
Can't believe you'll bust
But,
me
uh,
out asking questions on the radio.
He already told you. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I'm like,
That's
Steph,
why I turned it
let
off.
me.
But anyway.
The listeners need to know. I want to know your personality. You're over here trying to correct me. If that's what drinking monsters get us,
But he knows the guy.
I guess since I had to start taking the wacky medicine, it mellows me out. What I drink. Because, usually when I have 2 monsters,
All the big venues up there in Atlanta.
I got to go outside
Know
and
that
get
y'all
some
already played.
energy
Did
out.
you play Smithville Bar already?
Yeah, we played Smith's Old Bar. They have like an acoustic showcase.
Yeah,
We haven't played
yeah.
a lot full
He's
band.
trying to pimp him
Yeah.
out.
But we're that and she wants to get into Eddie's Attic, and I've sent them both messages and stuff like that. And I'm new at managing. I mean, we're kind of like at the same age. He's 5 years old,
Mhm.
and I got in here last year
any other
with the with the Cochran Road Band. JoJo and Austin came. Now, December 4th, all 5 of them are going to be in here, so it's going to be pretty cramped. But so we started working together, and I brought him Cochran Road, and then I brought him Justin Huff. And Justin Huff's going to be on here, back in here in January, and he's a boomer. He's another one that doesn't need a mic.
Yeah.
We tried an experiment with him at Fusions, was to get girl named Emma Lynch up there to sing with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he just stepped all over her like she wasn't even there.
Oh,
I
that's
was,
like,
I was like, that it. I said, well, there goes that idea because I wanted him to start doing some duets.
yeah.
And then he tried it with another girl, and me and the wife were at a Georgia Girl Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
She got up there and sung, and I was embarrassed for her because she didn't know half the words, and she was like a mouse in the middle of Woodstock.
Yeah, you got to be careful about that.
So, but it was in the Georgia Girl Cafe. It was just an experiment.
Mhm.
Wasn't worried about it. I was like, okay. And then I took him aside. I said, you might want to have her either pick up the pace or let's move on. So,
Yeah, that's part of that growing experience. I know, like Savannah was talking about, and we first started the band, it was a new thing. She was used to singing, just by herself.
You can see my latest toy, which I'm ordering all my new microphones and stuff, man. I just ready to fucking go. And I enjoyed it.
wow.
So without that, of course, you don't get the wide, but that's the wide angle and it has a telephoto.
Wow.
So the cool thing is I'll be able to get my mic boom that'll record great directional, but it won't get left and right, but that's great for interviews. But I can also plug in my regular microphone. So literally I can sit here and put you on a regular microphone and record you singing, and it won't catch everything behind you.
Cool.
So I can put it on a tripod or anything else.
That is awesome.
Cool thing is you can edit it and load it to Facebook in seconds. Whereas on my big cameras, my handheld cameras, you got to bring it home, you got to download it on the computer. This way, as long as I got Wi-Fi, I can have it on Facebook, which is just fast. So you say, hey, this is what you're missing right now. If you were here at this event, you'd be hearing this. Look, you can leave my butt alone. I'll file sexual harassment.
She's gonna
Our
open
HR
up.
person's going.
We'll get back on. Denise, you're gonna open up and you're gonna introduce. You're gonna read off the dates of where they're gonna be at for the rest of the year. Those 3 dates. Then I think they're gonna. Was y'all gonna chatter about the ice rink, or is the ice rink chatter?
Well,
over with?
we just any part of it, we can just talk about ice rink. But I wanted to definitely be able to get in
You're gonna do 2
at
songs
least
or
2
what?
songs back to back. At least that way we don't miss out on them.
Is that fine?
Good God.
What the hell did you do?
I didn't
That
do
was
that. That
upstairs.
was upstairs.
That sounds like a body.
That's got to stop,
Like,
man.
like somebody got clocked.
Hope it hurt.
Have y'all already played Whiskey It Is this morning?
No.
Okay.
Almost 9.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I feel like if they want to hear Janis Joplin, we should do Janis Joplin, but Tennessee Whiskey. I love Tennessee Whiskey.
All right, you want to do the high version, low version? Oh, your choice.
Too many
We'll do the
decisions.
high version.
High version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Works for me.
I got my phone ready to record it this time.
And give the web page again. Is that a web page? Facebook? Reverb
Oh,
Nation?
just the face. Here, give me that.
We're trying to increase the numbers on the likes.
Okay, so it's the Savannah.
Reminds me of my
Savannah Web Band Facebook page.
And it's the same thing on
God, I gotta quit
Reverb
running.
Nation.
Yep.
No,
There you
you
go,
need to
Jim.
get in the gym.
Savannah Web Band. ReverbNation.com.
You talk. when
And
we
you
go
can
back.
keep up with
Well,
all
I
the
thought-
stuff too.
Just say
Okay.
welcome back. She can
Okay.
jump on it.
Okay.
I'm jumping.
Welcome back, y'all. We're back live here.
Those are the shows that Savannah and Josh will be at for the rest
I
of the year.
apologize, y'all. I ran to the car for a microphone, then I had to run upstairs. Whew, Planet Fitness, where are you?
He's not in shape.
I got to get in shape, man.
Yes, you do. And so, Denise, tell us a little bit about the upcoming event shows that they have going on.
Okay, upcoming. Come and show. You can't
So
even
professional, Steph. Thank
Yeah,
You
I
can't
know.
even talk
You-
to him.
I know. I can't talk.
I'm
right this
jinxing
morning.
myself because I'm sitting in the chair where you mess up. November 21st, which is tomorrow, is the Perk Avenue Cafe and Coffee House. That's going to be from 8:30 to 11:30 p.m. December 12th, though, they will be at Third Base Sports Bar and Grill from 8 p.m. to 12 midnight. December 19th, the Social House from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. You can also find them again. We're going to tell you Savannah Web Band on Facebook and ReverbNation.com. .com.
Has anybody noticed that you have started sounding a lot like Fran Drescher, the nanny?
No, I haven't. No.
There's times I don't know what it is, but there's times you change your voice a little bit and you sound like Fran.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. Remember the one person says, "Is Denise the girl that sounds like the smoker?"
Hey, do you remember we're on a radio show and it's an act?
Okay, I'm just glad that we have established that.
So,
And they said we keep losing sound on video, which is odd all by itself. And it may, and I don't know if it's all video or it could just be one phone because you know that does happen, streaming through the internet.
streaming.
All right, you guys. Well, I mean, would y'all like to do? Let's try to do like two more back to back. I want to make sure. I mean, I don't know if y'all are in a rush or not. We're really never in a rush. But I want to make sure everybody gets to hear you guys.
Okay. We're gonna do Whiskey It Is. It is another original. It is also on Facebook, Reverb Nation. So Whiskey It Is. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna follow that with Tennessee Whiskey. We're just gonna keep it all drunk this morning. But yeah, Tennessee Whiskey, Chris Stapleton, and Whiskey It Is. That's our original. So we'll do that now. Long, long time ago, I lost my mind. Kept drinking my pain away and crying every night. I was feeling so sorry. Let's have a pity party. I'll be damned if I give a man my heart again. Whiskey it is. Whiskey it will be. He's the only man I know that can take care of me. So whiskey it is. Jill, Mark, or Jack Daniels. Any kind's just fine. Whiskey it is. It never gets old. He never lets me get cold. He'll help me pour me another glass. Never complains about my ass. He's always there when I'm in need. Ain't got to worry, beg or plead. Whiskey it is. Whiskey it will be. He's the only man I know that can take care of me. So He looked me in my eyes and said, baby, give it one more try. Ooh, whiskey it is. Whiskey it is. Whiskey it is. Jim Marco Jack Daniels. He's the only man I know that can take care of me. So whiskey it is. Whiskey it will be. He's the only man I know that can take care of me. So whiskey it is. Jim Marco Jack Daniel. You know whiskey it is. Whiskey it is. Sweet. Okay. Tennessee whiskey. We are big fans of Chris Stapleton. I don't think anybody really knew him until the Country Music Awards for some unknown reason. But this is Tennessee whiskey by Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty amazing when you realize what he's written and what other people have done with it.
That's right. Drink a beer.
Yeah.
Luke Bryan.
I heard him play live, just some clips of him playing live, and I was able to hear how it was meant to be. You know, the way he wrote it.
Huge difference.
Incredible difference. Hey, and before you go to the next one, I just have from Alex, which is one of our largest critics as far as very intelligent man, runs my tech talk show.
Mhm.
For him to say this makes me say, holy cow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got like chills on my arms because Alex, everybody knows Alex. Alex, he's a hard nut to crack. The chick sounds like Adele.
Okay.
So for him to even
I'll
put
take
you
it.
in that category
Well, thank you.
is absolutely. He's going to be sending me hate mail in a second because I made it out to be that important. But put it this way: anytime I have questions that I think, oh God, how bad is this going to sound? I'm like, Alex, what's your input? Because I know he's going to give it to me whether I like it or not. He's going to give me good, bad, ugly. He's going to tell me what he thinks. So for him to put you in that category is pretty impressive for me. So, all right, on to your next one. I did just want to throw that out there.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. Used to spend my nights out in a bar room. Liquor was the only love I'd known. But then you rescued me from reaching for the bottle and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I'll stay stoned on your love all the time. You know I look for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottles always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause honey, there's nothing like your love to carry me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I'll stay stoned on your love all the time. I'll stay stoned on your love all the time. There you go. Tennessee whiskey. Sweet.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
And we also got, she's going to be playing so
Woo.
okay, that's what Jacob was saying. He can get.
So
Chris
where can we buy an
Stapleton on the
album,
phone.
by the way? Just
Yeah.
came in.
I will sing that again if Chris Stapleton will listen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you tell Chris Stapleton I will open up for him. And I would love to meet his wife because she is amazing as well. A lot of people don't know how talented his wife is. 9 times out of 10, if you hear a female behind him, that is his wife.
Oh, really?
And she is absolutely amazing, and she gets no credit. I mean, he gives her credit,
Mhm.
but people don't know that it's her.
That's pretty
And
impressive.
Wow.
that woman is absolutely amazing.
Wow.
So maybe he can hear that.
Yeah.
I love him.
Definitely.
I love her.
Now, Alex, who is comparing you to Adele, is asking, do you know any of her songs?
Yes.
He says, do you know, let me back up. Don't to remember. So I'm going to scroll back down because that means his phone messed up. Don't you remember if she knows that one by chance?
Yes. It's,
He says, I think she'll kill it.
oh yeah, I know. It's Don't You Remember? Yeah. I know.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're not showing off or nothing.
Yeah, I know. That.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Listen to this. I'll give you chills. Listen to this. This is. Then they probably
Now
won't
I
hear
see
this.
why this guy's chasing after you to be the manager. I see it. I see it right now.
Listen to this. Hold on. At last,
Oh, yeah.
my love has come along. My lonely days are over. And life is like a song. Oh, yeah. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you. There you go.
Talk about goosebumps.
Yeah.
I've been getting goosebumps
Good
the whole
Lord.
time.
Alex is like, now she has to sing it. I'm telling you, and I don't want Alex. I don't want people to think Alex is an ace because he's not. But he is a hard person to please. He has decided in life I'm going to be picky because I deserve it.
Well, that's good.
All right, here, let's catch this
Is
call
that
real quick,
Alex?
just for fun.
I just wanted to call in and say that if she'll be my girlfriend, she doesn't have to cook, clean, just sing to me.
that is the dream.
And I think with that voice, your wife would be
Just sing
okay
to
with it.
me.
Your wife would be like, "Could you just sit next to us in the recliner and sing us to sleep, please?"
Yes, I will.
And you know what? I have all these. I have this new camera thing that I'm using, right? And I've got like $350 worth of stuff on Amazon right now that I have not clicked send because I'm like, God, I don't want to spend the money, but I want it. I need it. And now you were the very first person that I've recorded using this, and I'm sitting here saying, Jesus Christ, why didn't I already order that crap? I need the monopod because I was shaking. I need the microphone. So yes, you've convinced me to go upstairs and spend $350. And the funny thing is, it's not even on you. So it's not like I'm cheating on my wife or nothing.
That's right.
And his wife's like, thanks. That's three.
Yeah, my wife would be like, thanks. That's who convinced him to push the button.
She's not going to send me a friend request. She'll be like, nope, block her.
So how do you feel about this voice, sir?
What?
Oh,
Call
man,
her.
it's amazing. It left me speechless
It's
Ew.
left
like
a
you
lot
right
of,
now.
yeah, a lot of people speechless.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Did you see what Jacob said? Jacob said, "Leave it to the Brit to mention Adele."
And here's Alex, who don't type in capital letters
Uh-oh.
because she has to sing that right this second. And then he goes, ask. Ask her to sing this right now. It's funny to see him type that and then capital letters, ask.
If it had been something that Josh and I knew, we would definitely do it, but I don't want to do it a cappella.
Right.
And but no, I love that song, and we will learn it.
Just
We
give
will
him
learn it.
one. Just give it to, I'm going to get it on recording too. Just give it to,
Okay, you talk for just a second. Let me find
Just
these
give it to
lyrics.
me.
Just give it.
I forgot JD is still on the phone. Just give it to me.
Oh, okay.
The one time he talks, he's like, give it to me.
Well, at least he didn't say it like the ice cream man. All right,
Listen.
JD,
Okay.
hang on just a second. Here's Alex coming over my phone. Hang on. Yes, sir.
Sean,
Yes.
yeah, no, it wasn't that. I'm looking on YouTube,
Okay.
and I see somebody here named Savannah Webb that did a cover of Valerie, Amy Winehouse's
We do
song.
know that by Amy Winehouse,
you?
Valerie. Yeah.
So
That's the song you have to play right this second.
Okay. Well, she knows that one.
Yeah.
If you would, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. You know what I find tickled here? Here's what I find tickled.
This is awesome.
I've never seen Alex
No.
giddy.
Yeah,
Neither have
Alex
I.
is
This
giddy.
is-
We have
Yay.
never seen Alex giddy. Alex is like the James Bond guy that don't smile.
Alex is single.
Oh yeah, Alex, you're
Alex is
single.
single.
And he's a Brit.
Hold
Don't you
on,
love the
I'll show
accent?
you.
Say I'll show her something on a bigger scale so she can get a good picture. Hey, say something nice to her so she can hear you, even though you're on speakerphone.
Say something. I don't know how to say anything nice, Scott. Other than
Hello.
I very rarely get impressed by female vocalists, and she's good.
Oh, thank you so
There you
much.
go. All right, well, I'm gonna hang up with you. I'm gonna get it set up so she can sing this, and I'm gonna record it as well.
All right.
All right, thank you. That to see Alex like that,
Yes.
it was worth you coming here for that.
Yay!
You need
Because
to-
Alex doesn't. I don't see Alex as the giddy person all the time. That's where me and Alex.
Something other than
Pick
guns
on each other.
probably sparked his interest.
That's what I was gonna say. Exactly. I was gonna say that something other than a Glock just made this guy smile.
yes.
Sweet.
He's got a twinkle in his little eyes, eh?
Yes, it's Brit eyes.
That's pretty.
All right, well, I just want to call and tell how we'll just have voices. You guys have a good day. I'm gonna.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in.
Y'all take care.
Okay,
Have a good
see you later.
Bye.
Wait, was that him?
That's
Yes.
him.
Hey, let's get Alex back on the phone. All right. Well, I mean, you have time?
Hold on. I was gonna find the picture that I posted a picture of him the other day, and my wife goes, "You got
I
a
don't
man
either.
crush."
We don't have a capo.
I don't
A
know what
what?
that is.
We don't have
Look.
it. Hey, Alex.
That's the picture I posted on the Tech Talk page, and my wife's like, I think you're man crushing on Alex.
What? What?
Here, I'm gonna put this picture over to everybody on the YouTube
Play it.
so you can see. This is the wife. The picture of my wife says I'm man crushing on Alex because I put that as his Tech Talk picture because the whole Tech Talk thing is a little James Bond. You know, he's got all the really cool gadgets and stuff, and Alex is running, you know, Tech Talk, which is about gadgets. So it was really cool for us to throw that out
And he
there.
always
Alex looks like
dresses
he's in the
that.
mafia.
Yeah, he's always dressed
Okay,
sharp.
so everybody dressed up for our Halloween party we went to at the social house. He just comes in a suit and everything. We're like, all right, you're Christian Grey.
Yeah, he just showed up. Hey, he came in the other
50
day,
Shades of what?
and I'm like, dude, you're dressed up for the show. He says, like, no, I just come from work.
50 Shades of Alex.
Hello.
What is that y'all are looking for?
It's a capo. It goes on the guitar to change the
They
key.
can do it.
Okay.
Is that the clamp thing?
Yes.
So let me tell you how funny this is. So we have Now or Never Tattoo that's a sponsor, and they show up one night. Now, these are tattoo guys.
I would love for them to do
Okay.
a cover up for me. If they
Oh,
do.
dude. Let me tell you, Chris is the
bomb.
stuff. Now or Never Tattoo. All these guys, Mike Petrowski. I mean, all these guys are the bomb. If you're gonna go to a tattoo parlor, I don't say this because they are my sponsors. I say this because they are so badass. I had to have them as my sponsors. Like if I was
Good.
gonna have a tattoo guy, I had to have these guys. I didn't just want anybody.
Well, I've got one malfunction that I need to buffer.
And what's funny is for years now, of course, that's dry as all get out, but for years, this couldn't be covered up. It couldn't be nothing. And Chris is like, I'm telling you, you just got to let the sun bleach it out or whatever. And then I walk in one day and I know it looks horrible because it's dry, but he sat down and he just put the microphone there and then freehand the rest of it.
Hands a
And
lot.
I'll
Yes.
take it.
Friggin' amazing.
I'll take
Absolutely
it.
amazing. So, okay. Oh my God. I'm still just laughing at all this. So anyways, the tattoo people come in. The next morning I find this clamp thing and I'm like, what the hell is this? How do you use this for tattooing? So I spend like the next month, and this is like 4 years ago. So I like spend the next month going through all their pictures and I'm like, I don't see this clamp anywhere in the tattoo world. Like, what is it for? And then I had it sitting on the table one day. A friend of mine came in and says like, dude, what are you doing with this? I said, I don't know. What is it? Well, apparently they found a way because one of them apparently plays guitar. He figured if it does this, it can do this. And they have figured out a way to use it to clamp other things.
Oh.
So the whole time I'm thinking I've got some mysterious something. So then he tells me what this thing cost. I said, a speed clamp, I could have bought a dozen speed clamps at Lowe's for what that cost. That's ridiculous.
they're not. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're not crazy expensive either. But they are worth it.
Yeah.
They make a lot of things a heck of a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. I just kept thinking it was funny. I'm not going to pay that much money to clamp a piece of plastic at a tattoo shop.
So you still don't have it. You gave it back.
I don't even know where it is now. It's just a funny story because, here I am supposed to be in the world of music and I'm looking at this thing going, I have no idea what the hell it is.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and we were trying to figure out if we could do it without the capo, and he says we can.
he is that good.
You have no idea.
Message.
Ding!
That's our offended bell. That's our point making bell. That's a, oh my God, she said it bell. It's a subject change bell. And it's
Ding.
a he's that friggin' good bell.
Heck yeah.
Message.
All right, so I'm gonna turn my mic back off. Let turn it back over to you guys.
So Amy, this is Amy Winehouse with or Valerie. It's by request. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I come home, well, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Valerie. Well, did you have to go to jail? Put your house up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. Hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? And change the color of your hair? Are you dizzy? And did you have to pay that fine that you were dodging all the time? Are you still crazy? Since I come home, well, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, yeah. Valerie, Valerie, Valerie. Valerie. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I come home, well, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, yeah. Valerie, Valerie, Valerie. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Sweet. Thank you. Fun.
Okay. From Alex, we told him he needs to call back in, but at first he just said brilliant.
Yeah.
And then he says she should be
We have to
British.
actually censor what he said. Because does yours say brilliant?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, well, mine has the big F long word in front of it.
Which
Brilliant.
really good.
Really good.
Yeah,
But
that's really good with sugar on top.
Yeah. She should be British by rights because only Brit women can sing.
That's
I-
what he
I'm
said.
telling you, for him to
Can
compliment.
I change myself? Hello. That's all I can say.
Well, he's actually a citizen there, so if you were to get married, I'm just saying.
I mean, I'd like to meet the queen.
Mhm.
Maybe I can sing for her, and if not, I can just be her jester. Sweet.
Oh Lord.
I'll tell you what, that was awesome.
Yes, it
Thank you.
was.
And you know what stinks is I know this big, nice, expensive microphone that I want to buy for video. You know, I know it's going to make things sound good. I just have to hope one I have makes that sounds good compared to what it sounded like just then. I mean, standing in the room without headphones on and not hearing you through microphones, incredible. I mean, just hearing you without all the enhancements of being on a nice microphone and stuff like that. Just damn.
That's my whole thing. That's why so many people today are called recording artists.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Right.
You are only as good as you are live.
Right.
Raw,
Mhm.
right there on the street. Even if Josh wasn't there, I mean, I feel like if I can be successful live, I can do anything else. And I refuse to be a recording artist. I refuse to do
Oh.
that in a sense of
Right.
let me tweak this. Let me make you
Right.
sound like that. I mean, if I hear something, I want to know it's me.
Right. Well, that's the thing I like. Like when you see Pink come out on a stage and sing, it's her.
Yeah. Oh,
Christina
yeah.
Aguilera, it's her.
Oh,
Other
yeah.
people, it's voiceovers, you know?
Yep.
And it drives me nuts.
Yep.
Because it's like,
And they
if
make
you're-
so much money.
that's right. If
being
you're really
fake.
that talented, I want to hear you just blow it out there and just do it.
That's
just
right.
do it. I actually did something not too long ago on a big 60-foot stage, and I was joking about a guy with a microphone, but I actually watched this band get paid $4,000, and the guy who was eye candy, who looked like he was playing the guitar, was not physically playing. I watched him do Welcome to the Jungle and Sweet Child of Mine, and from the front, you just see, and you don't realize it, but from the side, you see, and he's not even really touching the strings, and then parts where he was supposed to be down, he was still up here, and the crowd had been drinking and didn't notice it, but the opening act, I'm friends with him, we're all standing out there, and everybody's like, have you noticed the guitar player? Yes, thank you. Yes, how do you not? Because that's the difference of people that are in a business and people that are just hearing stuff and they don't know what they're hearing.
That's
And-
right.
And I find it offensive because here's my logic. So there's a stupid girl that can flash her crotch getting out of a car who makes billions. And then we got people that can sing and play like you two sitting here that haven't been discovered yet.
That's right.
And
And I've
that
been on.
drives me
I've been
nuts.
to The Voice 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Drives me
got,
nuts.
Wow.
got called back and got to the producers, which is the step before the judges,
Yeah.
and was told that I did not have it. And I sang, I'd rather go blind. She Talks to Angels,
Ooh.
and something else.
I would love to hear. You don't
Yeah.
do She Talks to Angels live, do you?
We have to have a capo for that.
Oh no, I'm not talking about today, but at
But
one of your
yeah.
Oh
shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We went over it. We went over it again last night just to be.
I would love
Just to be
hear you
sure.
doing that one.
It's fun. I enjoy it. That was one of the songs that I remember growing up, that if my daddy was upstairs doing something, that's what he was listening to. It was that, and then I would go in his bathroom that was upstairs. He smoked cigars and he didn't want us to know it. So I did, but my room was upstairs. So I would, if I needed to go to the restroom, I would go up there, and he had a Pink Floyd poster.
Mhm.
So that's what I remember. I remember Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd, Aerosmith. He didn't do a whole bunch of Aerosmith, but my sister got me into it. And, you know, it was a very, very good experience because it opened me up to what music should be.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when you look
Yes.
at the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, I love when people want to argue music, and I'm like, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and the Who changed the world, whether you want to admit it or not. Jimi Hendrix changed the world, whether you want to admit it or not. Pink Floyd changed the world. So many people don't want to give credit to the people that did change rock music way
That's right.
before heavy metal, way before hair bands. You know, let me Chuck Berry. Come on, people don't recognize where it really started.
Elvis.
Well, we'll give him a little credit.
And, you know, and just,
He was given the king title. Why do I have to give him credit?
you know, and being that, people say a lot to me about, sounding like Janis Joplin, or, having that, whatever she had, that
Right,
thing.
right.
I just turned 28 and she died at 27. So I made it.
Yeah.
I made it. I thought about that all last year. I was like, oh, well, she died at 27. I'm going to stop doing me and Bobby McGee for a little while.
Right.
But I don't do drugs, and I don't do that. So I'm all good. But
Stay out of the back of Volkswagen
But can-
buses and doing dope.
Can-
You'll be
but-
okay.
have you ever just sat back and thought how much more she would have done?
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Can you
what
imagine the
what
world?
other
Yeah.
songs we would have to do by her? I
Yeah.
mean, it's crazy to sit back and think. Just like Amy Winehouse.
Right.
There's no
Mhm.
telling how much more that woman could have contributed to music, and maybe it wouldn't have put us so far back as we are today, with everything being computerized and a robot and everybody having auto tune and everybody not even sounding like a real person when you get an
Right.
album.
Right.
You know,
Well, how
it's-
about when songs actually had so many verses rather than this? And like if you go to lyrics.com to see how a song is, when I see a song and it's this long and it's chorus, repeat chorus, repeat chorus, repeat, Come on, Kenny
Bridge.
Chesney. How many repeat choruses can I have here?
Yeah.
How many lyrics are actually in your song? And it drives me friggin' nuts. And you're jumping around on a stage making millions, and it blows my mind. And
Yep.
I think, come on, man. And now I understand. And a year ago I wouldn't have got this, but now where I am now, I understand why Outlaw Country is so pissed at country music, because Outlaw Country are really doing it. You know, Jamie Johnson is really
yeah.
doing it, you know, and it drives me nuts. So go ahead, Jacob, and say, I told you so, because Jacob's been on me going, dude, you're just missing out. You're just missing out. And it really, truthfully, these guys that are singing in these little smoky dive bars are not making any money, but they're doing the real music.
That's right.
And that drives me nuts.
That's right.
I got from Little Richard, sounded awesome on his radio, mind blown, chills, and a listener for life.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, and Little Richard also apparently didn't catch the part of we were already trying to hook you and Alex up, and goes, isn't Alex single? So yeah.
Duh.
Alex just said the 27 Club it's referred to.
Because they were, Alex has said, have you ever seen the list of musicians that died at age 27? It's spooky.
Oh, yeah.
Kathy Bragg just sent very
Jimi
nice.
Hendrix and-
And of course, Jeff sends me a notation, if you will. Dumbass in front of camera. When I was filming you, I was in front of that camera. He's like, dumbass in front of camera. Hello. So that just proves more people were paying more attention than we thought. I mean, we know we have lots of listeners, don't get me wrong, but not a lot of times, you should take this as a compliment, by the way. Not a lot of times will they just turn their phone off and turn on YouTube. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the YouTube sounds okay, don't get me wrong, but I've not been able to master it to sound as good as the phone app as far as
Right.
listening to the music.
Correct.
So to know that they're like, okay, this sounds so awesome, I got to see your face.
Yep.
You know, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
I will
Man.
show my face.
Well, and you hang out with us, I'll show my ass. I mean, not
Your
pull my
face.
pants
He
down or
will.
nothing, but I'll
He
show
will.
my ass.
I got a question.
Sir, what is your question?
Sir, do you think that they got enough material to be in the rotation, sir?
They already are in the rotation, goober.
Sir.
Mr. Rich Archer, do you think they're good enough to be in the rotation? I'm like, they're already in the. You got in the rotation like a couple of days after he sent me the video. Because
That's
to
right.
be honest, he sends me the video, and the problem is I get nailed all day long with stuff.
Yep.
People sending me like my parents try to go. Did you get the invite to Uncle Donnie's birthday party? I'm like, no.
No.
Did you text me? Because I get 130 invites. Come to Tennessee. I can't answer all that. So Rich just tagged me in something one day, and like in the whole approval thing, I see it. I didn't approve it. A couple hours later, he's like, "Did you see the video?" And I'm like, "I approved it, but I hadn't watched it yet." And then the next day, he's like, "Sir, I need you to listen to this video because she's coming on your show." And then I called him back, and I was like, "How quick is she supposed to be here?" You know.
Good. I
So
like
that
it.
was awesome. And the fact that now that we've been playing you and more people keep bringing up the whole Janis Joplin thing. And again, kind of like Kim bringing up Amy, is you got to think when people put such a great influence in your mind, you know, when people see these people and say, there's never going to be better than this.
Right.
And then when they say, man, you remind me of her, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's
You know?
it's a huge compliment.
Steph, you remind me of Chewbacca. You're a little shorter. But remember,
Not
that has
after
been in my
yesterday.
mind for years. She's talking about a Brazilian again.
Oh.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Did you make the sound?
Oh, wait. I did hear it from the other room.
I should have sent you with the camera and the mic. Just slide the mic under the door. Oh my God. Well, look, I mean, it's 10:35. I mean, I'm not trying to rush anybody. Do you want to do another song? You got
Josh
anything
has to
else
go
you
to
want to do?
Josh has to go to work.
Okay, well then I don't want to keep you from that. We just usually when we get something in that's so good, we don't want to rush. You
Oh
know
no,
what I mean?
and we totally appreciate it. This is actually our first time doing something like this.
Cool.
Cool.
Hopefully, when you
Sweet.
get big, you
We
don't
popped
forget
their
me.
cherry.
Ooh.
Foul on the play.
I was going to say it, but I kept it to myself.
Yeah, because Denise,
We
it,
don't want
it wouldn't have been your first. So why would you? Never mind.
You're good.
I'm shutting up. But no, man, just don't forget us when y'all get big, because man, y'all
you're
stand a chance of going huge. That's for sure. That's for sure. Well, I'm hoping they come back.
Y'all gonna come back?
Uh-huh.
Do you think they're gonna say on a microphone live they're not coming back, Rich? Come on.
No, I refuse. No.
Yeah, Rich, think about that. If you're gonna ask stupid questions, this is where you do it, because then they're trapped.
I'm right here.
You know, like Rich is gonna be like, "So, are you gonna sign that 10-year contract?" And you're gonna be like, what camera's on?
No.
Yes, yeah, sure, Rich. Can we talk after the mic's off? All right. Well, I want to say again, thank you very much for coming in, and again, throw. Listen to me stumbling. Throw out exactly how they can find you. We want to make sure they can find you in every avenue possible.
I'm Savannah Webb on Facebook. It's the Savannah Webb Band is the band page. Also, the Savannah Webb Band on Reverb Nation. And it's Josh Connor on Facebook. But Josh Connor is the Savannah Webb Band too. So you're not just being friends with me. You're going to be friends with Josh too. And I mean, I'm not going to give anybody my address or anything.
Alex, she'll text it to you.
Yes.
She didn't say no. I mean, so there you go.
Can we send Alex a questionnaire?
Well, you can he's listening. Go ahead and start with your questions now. He'll text them in. It'll take about 30 seconds, but he'll send back answers. He's an engineer. He's single. He has his own home.
Kids.
No kids.
He's perfect.
Plenty of guns to go shoot.
I have guns too.
See,
You're meant
It's a
for
match.
each other.
it's a match.
How old is he?
I don't know that answer. He
he
will
likes
send that. He will send that.
He likes younger women though.
Maybe
He
a
doesn't
touch-
like 18-year-olds. Don't
maybe
go
a touch
there.
older than you,
Yeah,
but close enough.
You're in his bracket. Let's just leave it at that.
Whoa!
Like the dream team.
Could you hurry up and send these
You're like,
comments?
Just talk. It's okay. Just talk.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
good.
here's from Heath. Not many vocalists can bring tears to my eyes. She did it. What an amazing talent.
Why did he cry?
Daryl,
It's a good
very
cry.
nice, even for us old guys.
Oh, all right.
That is so funny. I'm leaving that alone, little Richard.
Oh,
Alex,
Lord.
I'm just going to text Alex and say,
Call him on the column.
let's see if he'll
Yeah.
answer. Let's just see if he'll answer. And I know somebody has to go to work, so let's not keep too many people here. Dun, dun, dun.
Well,
Yeah,
how
we
does
need-
the dating game music
Yeah, we
go?
need some of that music, man.
That's Jeopardy.
Hey, right now it is like Jeopardy.
Well, I guess we could do the.
Will it be Jeopardy?
Hey, if you involve her, it's always Jeopardy.
Hit the mic.
Would there be a game called Desperate?
I always try to answer questions.
Yeah.
He might not be able to answer.
So,
Hey,
hello?
hey,
Hello.
we're interviewing you for a date. What is your age, sir?
Do what, mate? Sorry, say again.
Mate. Oh, I love it.
I said we're interviewing you for a date. I said, what is your age again?
Well, I'll be turning 46 next week,
He doesn't know
which is weird. I thought I was 46 the whole year, but I wasn't.
Ah! He was lying.
She liked your pictures.
Well, I mean, you know.
You look like you're in the mafia.
So sorry, I couldn't hear that.
You look like you're in the mafia.
Oh,
No, just
yeah.
very clean, business. Like you got that, like, I mean, business kind of thing going on.
He does.
Oh, he
Oh, yeah.
does.
Oh, yeah.
It's, it's just part of being civilized.
Oh, I don't mean business right now.
Well, definitely go get on her Facebook page and flip through the pictures and all that, because that's how people are anyways.
Okay.
Go
He's already
Facebook
done that.
stalker.
Go Facebook stuff.
Oh.
Have you already done it, Alex?
already done what?
Facebook stalker? He's not answering.
Did you say no? Wait.
Have you already been browsing through her Facebook page?
Oh no, I'm working.
Yeah, 'cause he's working.
I was just in a meeting, so.
Oh.
All right, brother. Well, I just want to put you on the spot for a minute.
I'll go check it out and like the page.
Awesome.
I got Daryl
Sorry,
saying,
I'm-
God, I wish I was single.
Sorry.
Oh.
All right, man, we'll get back to work. I just wanted to put you on the
Yeah,
spot.
I'm typing and trying to talk at the same time. Sorry.
All right, we'll see you later on, brother.
He's
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Alex.
he's gonna type Savannah Webb and be like, "Oops."
That is so funny.
She
Daryl.
is.
Daryl's like, man, I wish I was single.
Who is Daryl?
It's one of my motorcycle buddies.
Oh,
See? big, tall, big guy, too.
big tall, big.
Yeah.
No,
he's-
I mean, he's not no tall, lanky basketball
How do
player.
you
He is a
know?
big fella. Shut up, Denise.
he snitched the stickers
Golly.
off my van.
Yeah.
He sniffed the stickers.
Snitched.
Sniffed. Oh.
Snitched.
I was like,
stole.
There's a scratch.
Let's use the word stole. All right, well, look, we're going to wrap this up because we know somebody has to get to work. We're over here rambling. I want to say thank you very much for you two
Yeah.
coming in, man.
Yes.
This
thank
is
you.
amazing. And what y'all pulled off today. That's awesome.
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yes. And
Well, I appreciate y'all coming in. And the way we do things is, I mean, it's just kind of an open door policy. I mean, I know you got to get up early, but
Jeez.
any
Never
morning that
again.
y'all are just free, just come in.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
We're all about promoting and everything. I'm still laughing at all the phone messages.
Yes.
that are coming
My
through.
phone was blowing up too.
Let's see. We thought the interview with the guy running for sheriff was pretty cool. This,
That's
this
it,
is
yeah.
lighting up more so than ever.
Yes.
Great.
But
Yep.
I'm gonna
Sweet.
end. I'm gonna end with some of their songs as well. So everybody enjoy. Make sure you check them out. Go find them on Facebook.
Yes. But while you're loading those up, today is the Ballast Point Tap Takeover up at Gravity from 3 to 8 p.m. There will be a food truck, 1136 Dogwood Drive.
Cool. And how about this? I go to load their song as I was clearing out everything, and right as I pull theirs over, John Mayer's "Gravity," which is one of my favorites,
Oh, really?
loaded right under
Yep.
them. And then because of rock, it's really funny because right under that is POD because the youth of the nation song.
Mhm.
So it's kind of funny to go, with what we've been talking about. We've got Savannah, then we have John Mayer, and then POD. So I'm just like, that's kind of crazy. And
That
look,
is.
there's
Make
Pink.
it works.
Pink's Numbs loading. I mean, it's just like it's funny. Everything we've been talking. Oh my God, I'm not gonna die. Look, no joke.
He hasn't been
Janis
touching it.
Joplin, me and Bobby McGee just loaded right above Motley Crue's Girls, 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 Travis Tritt's Country Club. So it's kind of funny how all these are loading. Wow.
It's a
Just-
sign.
It's a sign from
Yeah.
God. All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for y'all coming in, man.
Thanks
And,
for having
I'm
us.
going to get this video tried to fix and loaded, and I'm excited. So, again, one more time, where are you going to be tonight?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Tonight, I'm probably going to be somewhere drinking.
Alex!
Come up to Gravity.
Alex!
That's a long drive
No, I'll drive you home.
You would need to.
to
after
Lake
that.
Oconee.
You would need to after going to Gravity.
No, tomorrow night
takeover.
we'll be in Madison at Park Avenue. Little coffee shop on the corner. It'll be very personal. Probably going to tell some jokes and stuff.
And what time?
It's 8 to 11.
At night, right?
8 to 11.
No, in the
'Cause,
morning.
Well, we said coffee shop. I got to make sure that
Yes, but they do have beer and wine.
you would be the
And
person.
food.
You would be the person to go. What time? Because they said it was a coffee shop. So I'm making sure,
that
Steph.
a bar?
Thanks for always double checking me today.
Is Sleepy Hollow a bar? A new bar?
Oh, bite me.
Yeah, we were sitting in Gravity. They filmed the TV show Sleepy Hollow. A guy comes in looking for props and says he's from Sleepy Hollow. She looks at us and goes, "Is that a new bar?" Bless her heart.
Yeah, bless her heart. That's all you
We
can
had
say.
been drinking
Nah.
that
No, we
morning.
hadn't.
Okay, we're out of here just for funners.
Yes, we
Thanks for
did.
tuning in. What an amazing band you guys
Yes.
are. We will
Thank
see y'all
you.
on the flip side. Here comes their song, One More Day. And then after that, John Mayer, POD, Flock of Seagulls, Pink, Heart. I mean, come on. Here it comes. We'll see you in a little bit.
Joplin.
Bye, y'all.
Um,
Bye on video.
bye.
Bye.